We just lost Trevor.
Already?
As soon as he hit go, he was gone. And he's back.
It kicked me out for some reason. I don't know why.
How's that, Papa John's, RJ? Trevor, you back?
So far, so good.
Yeah, I'm back. Can you see me?
Yeah.
They should have sponsored.
All right, well, let's just hit a quick intro. This is No Interference's first live show. We're just going to be doing our live review and reaction to the draft, given our predictions, our instant reactions, and so forth. If you're new to the show, we're your hosts, Westside, Big Sass, and Papa John over there, RJ, aka the Bull. We got about 10 minutes till the draft kicks off, so sit back, relax, and we'll have some fun.
So who do we think's going number one?
Aiden Hutchinson,
Personally-
easy.
Personally,
I wouldn't go that far.
I would go Evan Neal. That's what I'm saying.
You know, I was thinking about that earlier today. I was thinking, if you're the Jaguars, it seems like everyone's predicting Aiden Hutchinson, and now recently,
Trayvon Walker.
yeah, Trayvon Walker. It seems like literally the last few days. But
I think
just-
the
an
Trayvon Walker
offensive
is all
line-
hype.
say it again.
I think that Trayvon Walker is all hype.
Yeah, so someone it was either article or video I was reading, put it this way, like Aiden Hutchinson, is going to be a good prospect, which kind of what we went over when we were going through talking about prospects. But then Trayvon Walker was like buying a golden ticket, but you're not sure if it's going to pan out or yet, like a scratch off or something, like you could hit the lottery because he has so much potential, like physically and whatnot. But is that something you want to do with a first overall pick? I was like, why don't just pick a for sure player like Aiden Hutchinson, or just pick one of these dominant offensive linemen, which every team needs.
Yeah, that's why I said Aiden Hutchinson, because it's a surefire, safe pick, I
Mm-hmm.
think, for them to go. I mean, even Evan Neal on the other side, I could see that. But it would definitely be one of those two before I would see Trayvon Walker go.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Jaguars. They had the number one pick again for a reason.
It's only happened a couple times in NFL history.
Yeah, on our last show, we talked about building through the trenches. You got a franchise, hopefully caliber quarterback in Trevor Lawrence. So I'm all about getting that left tackle to be with him for hopefully most of his career, protect his blind side.
Mhm.
Or you take Hutchinson, who we think is pretty darn bust proof, and you pair him up with Josh Allen, and you kind of get that, in a perfect world, Colts, Giants, Dwight Freeney, Mathis, Strahan duo off the edge that can carry your defense for years to come. But there's always a chance that they blow it. And like Trayvon Walker, as talented as he is from a physical standpoint, production's not really there. So many times these guys that you're like, this type of athlete only comes around once a generation, and then they are out of the league in a few years.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened before. How many trades do we think is going to happen? I'm a little excited by this rumors I'm hearing with the Eagles.
Yeah, I think there are going to be a good amount of trades with all the reports coming out. Obviously, we don't know if it's 100% accurate. Teams can change their minds and make different decisions last minute, but it seemed like because there's so much talent in the later rounds, so people are willing to trade back to get more picks.
And we talked about it in other shows, other episodes, how many teams this year have multiple first-round picks, so everyone's loaded. Yeah,
you could definitely see your Eagles moving up. Depends. I think it all depends. Taylor said earlier, a lot depends on that first pick, where the Jags go. Could really send a domino effect down, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think potentially the Eagles could move up. I think the Saints have an opportunity to move up. I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers maybe moved up. And I could see the Bills. The Bills and Cowboys, I think, have somewhat similar needs. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills maybe jump the Cowboys depending on how the board falls.
I wouldn't be angry about that.
Mm-hmm. So, assuming that the Jacksonville Jaguars go either Evan Neal or Aiden Hutchinson, are we assuming then the Lions are taking the other one? Or are they going to go right for the other defensive lineman?
I think if Trayvon Walker is picked number 1 by the Jaguars, the Lions are for sure hopping over Aiden Hutchinson, especially since he's, I don't know, he's from Michigan. Well, played Michigan. I don't know if he's from Michigan or not, but he played at Michigan, and he would instantly sell jerseys there. And I mean, if I was a Lions fan, I'd be excited for that.
I mean, from a value standpoint, don't you take the number 1 player on your board at 2, and then at 32, you can still get a decent quarterback, throw the 5th-year option on him, and, I mean, Jared Goff, not awful.
Yep. Do we think any quarterbacks are going in the top 10?
Against my better judgment, I think Malik Willis is going, and I think Malik Willis is for sure going top 10, and I think Pickett could sneak in there.
Yeah, there's the only 2 popping out for me as well.
Yeah, I was thinking everyone's been talking about where the quarterback's going to go, and we have, and one of them is probably going to go in the top 10, even though their grade probably doesn't warrant that. I have a feeling I'm not going to be surprised if 1 or 2 gets taken in the top 10, but I have a feeling and kind of hope. Well, let me rephrase that. I hope they get picked, because then that means that pushes more talent back. But I have just a weird feeling that teams are going to be like, wait a minute, calm down, get a good player for sure, unless they love a quarterback. But I have a feeling a quarterback won't be taken in the top 10 just the last few hours.
Excuse me. Are we going to have like, what year was that? 2011, 2012 with E.J. Manuel being the first quarterback at like pick 15 by the Bills?
Bills, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the bigger shocks.
What a disaster that was.
I wouldn't say it was. I don't know. I can't really remember how he did right off the bat. I liked him coming out of the draft. I wanted the Eagles to draft him. I don't remember what pick we had that draft, but I was pretty bummed when he got drafted so high.
I mean, it was very similar to this year's draft, where it's like, I like him, but I don't like him as a first round, top 20 pick.
Exactly. It's the spot. It's all about the spot where he's being drafted.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, it's the same. It's the same thing. He had a good frame. He had good athletic ability. It was just we like what he could maybe become, but not the the situation. But his rookie, I have his stats up. His rookie year, he completed 58% for about 2,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and he played in 10 games. And then after his rookie year, played in 5, played in 7, played in 6, and he was basically throwing a 1-to-1 touchdown interception ratio.
Not bad.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited to see where all these quarterbacks land, because at least 5 of them I'm going to try and follow as hard as I can to see, because those guys like Sam Howell, Desmond Ridder, the ones that will go late. Excited to see if they can actually develop into future starters.
Mm-hmm. I mean, all the talk we said about the quarterbacks not being worth a early first round pick, maybe not even first at all. There might be 3 or 4 quarterbacks that come out of this draft class that are Pro Bowlers, or maybe 1 or 2 that are franchise players. We'll find out.
What if this happens? All right. What if there are more quarterbacks taken in the top 10 than tackles and edge?
That would be a complete shock to me. Complete shock.
When it comes to the draft, I mean, as soon as something unexpected happens, all those GMs. I mean, some are better than others, but they start to panic and they're like, something wasn't expected, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh my god, that was our guy. We weren't expecting that to happen, and then an avalanche of
The
news.
runs. They get the
like
runs.
like 5 quarterbacks get taken, or it could happen with receivers. Like if the Jaguars are like, y'all think you know what you're talking about, and then they go and take one of the top receivers in this draft class, and then everybody's like, what in the world?
Yeah, the Jags are going to go and take like Jordan Davis, number 1 overall.
I've already had
I
enough of the
know.
Jags for the next 10 years with what they did with the wide receiver market and the whole Urban Meyer thing. They're just a joke right now in my head. I hate them.
Yeah, I mean, they made all those big splashes in free agency, so we'll see what happens.
I'm telling you, if they did that deal, our boys wouldn't be, Terry and AJ wouldn't be so pressed on getting these big deals right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
I still blame Debo for everything that's happening.
Yeah, and then there's so much drama going on with these players nowadays. It's crazy. It's always something.
I've heard a few rumors about AJ Brown, like trade rumors, but like aren't they like 100% like gonna sign him?
That's what it seems like, right? Yeah.
That's what they've been saying. You never know what happens.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, this stuffed pepperoni crust pizza is some of the best thing I've ever had in my life. Shout out Papa J's.
Is it really that good, or is it just because it's the NFL draft and it's like pizza, football?
Taylor knows about Papa John's stuffed crust after I tried it the first time. And now you add pepperoni to it with the stuffed crust. I ain't capping.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, but no, it's definitely the right. That's why I smashed those wings first. I was like, I gotta get some wings in. Like, it's all part of the feel of the draft. And it's just like we're sitting there watching in the living room back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
This year it's Mother's Day. I guess that's okay too. All moms.
All right.
Time.
Yeah. 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Has it actually started, or they are a little delayed?
I had to reload my NFL.
I got so confused by NFL's NFL Network's coverage, because it said, Jacksonville round 1 pick 1, and then it showed Aiden Hutchinson. It just looked like they were announcing the pick. I don't know. I was confused.
I feel like there's always like an intro though, isn't there?
Yeah, they just had it.
Oh, yeah. My thing's not loading.
They had a big. They had a big Vegas. They had a big Vegas intro.
All the lights. Money.
A little more action down.
I mean, if this whole Vegas thing pops off, the league's just going to have the draft there every year.
Yeah, fair enough though. It is one of the bigger markets for that kind of events and all that good stuff. Wasn't it in New York for the longest time?
Yeah, it was in Radio Music Hall.
Radio City Music Hall, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then they bounced around from, I think they did Philly, Chicago.
Philly was first, I thought. Like the first city outside of New York.
I think so. It was like Philly, Chicago, Tennessee, now Vegas.
I wish I could have went to the Philly draft.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Are they technically on the clock right now?
If it started, they're on the clock. Don't you have it pulled up?
Yeah, I'm watching NFL Network's coverage, but it doesn't say if they're on the clock or not. But PFF says they're on the clock.
What's the Jaguars don't do a pick in the time?
When was the last time that happened? In general.
Ravens, right? The year that they were trying to trade with the Vikings and it didn't go through or something.
You might be right. All of our Ravens fans out there, how'd you feel about that? No one.
Crickets.
Anyone?
Crickets because of the Ravens fans.
All right, so I think for the Jags, they could throw a curveball, but it's got to be Evan Neal, Aiden Hutchinson, maybe Trayvon Walker, right?
Hutchinson, Stiller, Evan Neal, definitely on the other end. There we go, finally.
All right, let's see. If you're the Lions, knowing the quarterback market isn't like crazy this year, do you try and trade back?
Try and trade back.
Are you worried about the Panthers at 6 trying to take one of the quarterbacks?
Yeah, I can see the Panthers being one of the teams that do take a quarterback in the first round, but I think the Lions are kind of stuck with Goff for the next 2 years anyway. So you might as well try and just help him out and see what you can do with that.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that.
Rush.
Yeah, I could see that strategy. That's what I would do. And then if it doesn't pan out, Goff has a bad year, have another high draft pick, get one of those quarterbacks that are looking better in the next 1 or 2 draft classes. I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers maybe think about trading back. I've seen some rumors about that. We'll see. I would be shocked if no trades happen.
I feel like the Panthers are
Absolutely.
taking a quarterback. Their coach needs to try and save his job.
I feel like it's almost certainty that Malik Willis will be the first quarterback taken if it's a high quarterback.
Yeah, him and then Pickett for sure.
We all know Hutchinson's my favorite, but I wouldn't be. Wait, did I say Hutchinson? I meant Sam Howell's my favorite.
Oh yeah, about to say, we mean Aiden. I
Yeah,
know you're a big fan of Aiden.
Sam Howell's my favorite quarterback, but I wouldn't be opposed to taking Malik Willis early because you're buying into his his tools.
Mm-hmm.
Is his pocket being the most ready quarterback out of all of them?
I don't know if he's the most ready. I feel like I can get a vibe for who he will be in the NFL.
Yeah, I think as far as like intelligence goes on the football field. Oh, here we go. First pick. Who's going to be? I think it's going to be Hutchinson.
I'm going Evan Neal.
I think out of all this hoopla and stuff, it's just going to end up being
I'm with Hutchinson
the
too.
safe pick. Oh, look at that. The Raiders boys out there.
Ooh, good.
The Jaguars trade the first overall pick for Darren Waller and Derek Carr.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
So just because it's in Vegas, they get to be VIPs?
Looks like it.
Oh, the NFL did a moment of silence for Haskins. That's
good.
That's good.
It's classy.
It's very sad. Yeah, but Derek Carr's got no excuses this year. I don't care if he's all fancied up right now. You better win, boy. Got all them weapons.
It looks like he's ready to go to casino.
Breaking news: Derek Carr blows all of his NFL earnings at casino.
He's got a mohawk. Slick. I did see Darren Waller was in
The trade talks for
trade
Packers.
rumors.
Yeah, they came out and they're like, absolutely no way.
Yeah.
Which normally I'm like, that's just team talk, but the way it was worded, I was kind of like, I believe it. They have 100,000 people at the draft. I wonder if they still have, you know how the draft, it was typically free entry. You just had to wait in line to get a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're still doing that. NFL, they're always trying to make $1.
It's possible.
I'm sitting here waiting for this to run his damn mouth. I swear to God. Because I keep having to mute it so I can listen to it, so I don't pick it up on the live feed too.
Ice Cube.
Oh, there's Ice Cube, my dog.
They threw Goodell off the stage. I'm posting this event now.
Goodell was definitely hated, but I feel like people still don't like him. But it's like he's like I don't know how to explain it. Like people have warmed up to him.
Yeah.
Like this booing thing, every time it comes out, it's like this charming tradition now.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be right without it.
Oh, there goes this stream.
Man, let's look at the draft. It's supposed to start at 8 o'clock at 8:10. I need some picks.
That's how it always goes.
Man, I'm getting hungry watching RJ chat on.
It's not the Raiders, it's the Jaguars. Jaguars fans, who do you want? Aiden Hutchinson, Evan Neal, a surprise pick? Let us know.
Where's Derek Carr from again?
He went to Fresno State.
Is he country? Because I just heard a lot of country accent there out of nowhere.
He has
Little twang. I've
Oh,
kind of
now
heard it
the
before,
clock.
but that was a little heavy.
Now the clock starts.
Oh,
Doug
look
Peterson.
at all that extra time.
All right,
9 minutes and 40 seconds.
Let's
Jesus.
try and get a legit intro in while we wait on this pick.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't blow you guys' ears out with this bass. Alrighty. Thank you all for tuning in. This is No Interference's live remote draft coverage for the 22 NFL draft. We are your hosts, Westside, Big Sass, The Bull. If you're new to the show, we just talk all things to do with football and the NFL, and we try and crank out a show or two a week. Real quick, a little about ourselves. Personally, I'm a Titans fan, so hate everyone in the AFC South. RJ is a new Commanders fan, and Sasquatch is a Philadelphia Eagles fan. But that's enough for the intro. Let's get back to this draft coverage.
Sir.
That bass didn't sound that bad that time, actually. Should I play a clapping audio every time someone gets drafted?
Do whatever you want, DJ.
Only one could do.
I wish I had a boo. I was trying to download a boo, but I didn't get it in time.
I forget now.
Everybody else.
All these years of watching the drafts, how typical do the first overall picks make their pick right away? Or I feel like they always wait. Like
So
they have to know who they're taking.
I feel like before it was right away. Like you're on the clock, pick is in. Like, and you would see stories that, like when the Lions got Stafford, the rumors were that they already worked a deal out before the even started. Now, like the last 10 years or so, I feel it's like, I mean, it could just be the NFL trying to make it a big mystery, but
Well, was Matthew Stafford was the last year you could do that, right?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
The big contracts.
No, Cam Newton.
Ah,
Cam Newton. All right. Doug Peterson.
I think it was a good hire for them.
He had Jason Peters all those years in Philly.
Yep.
Evan Neal.
I mean, yeah, if you look at the Jaguars' needs, definitely trenches, O-line, D-line. They do need help on the outside. I mean, is Christian Kirk the answer? No. He's a good complementary piece. I know you guys don't really like him either way, but
Deep threat slot guy.
yeah, I mean, Trevor Lawrence could use all the help.
I think Christian Kirk's the most expensive number 3 in the league.
Yeah.
You don't think he's number 2 quality?
I think he is a very, very, very good 3. I don't like him as a 2.
I was thinking about this too, off topic of Christian Kirk, but the Jaguars, if they wanted to, like, if there was no player there like is worth the number 1 overall pick, do you? I don't even know if anybody would trade up, like, unless you wanted to jump one of those teams, like if like Houston, Jets,
The
New York.
Jaguars, in a way, got screwed because there's no can't miss quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other elite players are at offensive tackle and edge. Those are also 2 of the most deep positions in this draft. So why would you trade up?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, because why would, like you just said, why would you want to trade up? And I'm pretty sure all these teams in the whole first round, especially in the top 10, are like, they probably have their lists and they're like, I would be fine with any of these 5 players with our first overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, whoever gets picked first, I don't think the Lions are going to be mad. Whoever the Lions pick, I don't think the Houston's going to be mad with who they end up with, and just keep going down. I only like all the way to 10. I don't think who's 10th.
10 is
the Jets. The Jets aren't going to be mad with
so, and that's their second pick too in the first round already.
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't be mad getting Kyle Hamilton if he slipped at 11. So
yeah, I mean, there's just so much depth in this draft.
You know, I was doing some thinking, and if you're looking at what player could pop off out of all these players, you know, and just be like immediate game changer, do you roll the dice on Derek Stingley?
Pick is in.
Oh, pick is in. A lot of people keep talking about how his game film from 2 years ago was so much better than the last 2 seasons, but he still seems to me like the best corner in the draft overall. Sauce Gardner has his, his great no touchdown stat. You can file anybody. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still think Gardner's going to go ahead of him, though.
I prefer Sauce, honestly. I feel like I know what he's going to be. And he does have potential. Like, he could take the next step and whatnot, but I feel like
he's linked to the Jets, too. It could be Darrell Revis 2.0, Revis Island out there, called Gardner Island.
Sauce Island.
Did you guys see his chains before the draft? There was definitely some drip.
Yeah.
No, I missed him.
It was like, it said sauce and it had like a bottle.
Mm-hmm. The bottle, but then like was dripping off. It was great.
Fire.
The suspense.
That's the definition of ice. Man, that guy really wanted to be Gardner Minshew.
I do think the Jaguars made a poor choice in not sticking with him.
Yeah. I mean, they were never going to pass on Trevor Lawrence.
Well, even the year before, though, they brought in Foles and whatnot, and they're bouncing around.
Did they start Foles?
Well, Foles got hurt, and then they let Minshew play, and then they brought Foles back as soon as he was.
Right. They looked very calm in the war room, so whoever they picked, they knew they wanted.
The Jaguars are taking Trayvon Walker.
Trayvon Walker. Dropped from West Side before anyone else.
And the first ever draft choice announced in
Mine's definitely delayed. Did you get it already?
He got it from a notification.
Yeah, I got a notification.
Yeah.
So they really took Trayvon Walker first.
Yep.
Let's see. It could be ultimate smokescreen. I don't
No.
like that pick, but hey, we were all overthinking it. It's the Jags. When do they make the right choice?
I like Trayvon Walker. He could end up being a superstar game changing player for your defense. But he might.
Before he ran the combine, I had him as a second round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really didn't think they would fall into the hype and have him go number one.
First, with my luck, he's going to become like the next Parsons.
All right. So does that mean that the Lions shore up that offensive line with Penny Sewell on the other side, and then you have Evan Neal, or they're going Aiden Hutchinson to pass rush? Hometown boy, technically.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go with hometown cooking Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, and I think that leaves Evan Neal to the Texans.
Well, so what would y'all grade this pick, Trayvon Walker?
I still think it's like A minus. I mean, if he fits the need they need for pass rush and he actually does it, then yeah, he's got to see how he works out. But
with everything, with the circumstances of this draft and the players, I'll give it a B.
I was gonna say the highest I can go is a B. I think he's a good player. I just don't think. I don't see how.
I'm giving them a B because I think this is a tough draft, as we were just talking about, to have the first overall pick. And like he's going to have to be really, really good to not be looked at as a first overall pick bust. I don't even want to say that. It feels weird saying that since he hasn't even.
Lions pick is in. That was quick.
Just got picked, but.
Well,
yeah, I'm sticking with my A minus just because it could still be amazing.
Real quick on Trayvon Walker, 6'5", 270, ran a 4.5. His athletic numbers are through the roof. He never had insane production at Georgia, but the NFL falls in love with these workout like demons, and you think with how strong, how fast, how long he is, he can even play inside and outside. So he's very scheme versatile. And you think of his ceiling is honestly through the roof. I'm just worried that regardless of what system you're in college, if you couldn't pop off in college, like I have hesitations about that.
Yeah. It's all very true.
But we'll see.
Looks like the pick is in.
The pick was already in. They just got to get out there and announce it. So let them talk too much again.
The Jags draft go. But Lions, all right. So Aiden Hutchinson staying.
Aiden Hutchinson.
I'm locked in on him.
No Malik Willis.
Nah.
No Malik Willis. Jared Goff under contract for 2 more years. Yeah, he picked it up at the end of last year, and then now that new offensive coordinator is full time. It helped him get to that point. He had a great ratio at the end. I think he could somehow find a way to do something. I don't know about their overall record, but
Trayvon Walker,
There it is.
Not surprised there, at least since he didn't go first.
So pretty much, most likely, Detroit just got a 8 to 10 time Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
I think
it's safe to say.
Did we even announce the pick?
Huh?
Did we announce the pick?
Oh, I guess Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah,
we
heard it.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Did I say it?
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I did. Right off the jump.
Yeah,
me confused, boy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so Aiden Hutchinson, he's basically 6'7", 260, ran a 4.7. His explosive numbers are very impressive for someone his size. He got better all 3 years at Michigan. He's going to set the edge, get after the quarterback for you. Like Trevor said, you are envisioning a perennial Pro Bowler.
Is he going to be the player who's like, that was my problem with Aiden Hutchinson because I think he's going to be a perennial Pro Bowler, but I don't know if he's going to be the anchor to your defense, which sounds stupid saying it and like hearing it come out of my mouth.
Well,
Like he'll
and
still
put it
need
this
more
way,
help.
I don't think he's going to be he could. Who knows with these kids? But I don't think he's going to be, going out there and getting like pushing the sack record like some of these guys are. But I think you can pen him in for maybe from by his second year and onward, 10 to 12 sacks, good run defender.
Good run defender for sure.
But like, look, I'm not making a comparison. But if you think about those 49ers teams on their defense when they had that little Super Bowl run with Jim Harbaugh, and Alden Smith was like just putting up outrageous sack numbers early on.
He was
getting all the credit, but you can make a valid argument that Justin Smith was the centerpiece of that defense. Like they schemed around his ability to take on double teams, get pressure from the middle, stunt off of him. So
yeah, that defense was loaded.
He doesn't get a lot of credit, but it doesn't work without him.
This is all true.
I'm giving this an A+.
Yep. Fell in second.
I'll give it an A.
That's actually what I wrote down. But
A+, I would give. I'll give him an A. Just because I don't love Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, I actually wrote down an A as well, but
well, you change your mind and you can't change it.
I can see how it's a plus just because everything we just said.
I think you don't ever want to say a sure thing, but I think he's pretty close.
As sure as a thing could get. As sure as a short thing could get. Now, the Houston Texans. Pick is in already. I'm loving the speed of the second two teams. Jaguars, you still suck.
Taylor, I think they're going with your guy, Evan Neal.
Evan Neal, yep.
But they got Tunsil.
They can.
Tunsil's been rumored to be on the trade block, and you can always add. You need 2 tackles.
Okay, if this was me, yeah, I would say Evan Neal. If I'm the Texans,
Thibodeau.
I
don't know about Sauce going up there.
All right, I know who was drafted, but I'm going to wait.
Already? Where are you getting this info?
I have sources.
Your sources better be exposed.
I'm just kidding.
I think I'm going Icky.
The other tackle?
Yeah.
I like him. I would take him over Evan Neal.
He's the mauler of the two.
They're a terrible roster. They don't have an identity. Icky can come in and bring that. We're a tough, hard-nosed, run-first team.
They need to get a running back first, though, too.
And you know who has that kind of profile as a coach? Lovie Smith.
Yeah.
So we all think offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
They could go Kayvon. I just don't see
it. For me, it's Evan Neal, and then Kayvon Thibodeau. Those are my 2. First, Evan Neal.
Excuse me.
No Charles Cross love here.
Not this early.
Not for this team.
Who's it going to be?
Oh.
Yep.
Derek Stingley Jr.
Wow, I can't believe he was jumped. Mine was definitely delayed that time.
All right. So, I mean, we did say, earlier we did mention If you're just going for a player that can pop off and be a face of the league type player, we said he has the potential. However, the injury concerns.
Yep. And then again, I really did think Sauce was going to be the first corner taken. And they, Stingley was 9-10 for most people. So I think it's still a good pick. But like you said, injuries, and then he hasn't shown his name on tape over the last 3 years or 2 years as he did 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Good
what
for
are the
him.
circumstances? Are there really any circumstances as to why he didn't play as well the last 2 years?
Mostly injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his freshman year, he was like the highest graded cornerback ever in college.
If you
as
can
a
play that
freshman.
well as a freshman, the skill's there, the athleticism's there. Just is he a player who can stay healthy? And yeah, I think he's definitely a corner you can put on an island.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's tough.
he's almost everything you injuries aside, he's almost everything you'd want in a cornerback prospect.
Mm-hmm.
He's 6 foot, 190. He was reportedly running in the 4.3s.
Mm-hmm.
His freshman year he had 6 or 7 interceptions. So he is a playmaker. He's not the greatest tackler in the world, but from what I saw in his film, he was willing to tackle. Like he'll run up there. He has good recovery speed, change of direction. You can put him in any scheme and be happy with it. He's not just a man corner. He's not just a zone corner. But yeah.
I mean, the Houston Texans, all these teams are in the top 10 for a reason. The Houston Texans are a dysfunctional team. Hopefully Lovie Smith is the glue the team needs. Because I think he's a good leader, and I think he has a good reputation with players around the league. And, Derek Stinley's obviously a talent. So, I don't think it was a bad pick. I'd give it a B+ if we're going to grade it.
We said that Aiden Hutchinson had a really high floor. Derek Stingley has a very, very high ceiling.
Yeah, I'm giving it an A- because he's still, all those things. He's going to be starting. They need the secondary as much as they need everything else, but he'll be the guy for a while.
This isn't Madden where you can for sure know someone's potential, and for that reason, I would say.
Yeah, I think he can come in. He can be a shutdown corner, and as he's a young player, quarterbacks are going to challenge him. He has the ability to make plays on the ball. So he could be.
Here's a thought for you guys. Just this thought: the Texans are lacking talent. Unless Davis Mills pops off, they're going to be getting blown out, and teams are just going to be running the ball the second half every game. Derek Stingley is basically useless at that point. And the Texans, at best, are going to be competitive in probably 3 years. At that point, Stingley's probably that's at best. Stingley's probably looking to just hit free agency.
Free agency, yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
We always see these cornerbacks. They're just hitting. They just want to hit free agency, get the highest money. And
so you think it could be a Jalen Ramsey situation?
Jalen Ramsey. Who's the kid from the Patriots?
J.C. Jackson.
Yeah. Even Revis. I know he did sign that 1 year, that one mega deal with the Jets, but then he just bounced and it was just
Did-
man for hire.
Darius Slay stayed in? Did he finish his
He had a
second contract with them? And if he had-
a second contract, I believe, and then he had a pretty rough ending there.
All right,
But he's on the Eagles now, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, oh yeah,
New York
that's a
Jets.
great move. Yeah, I'm still saying Sauce Gardner.
I think that's a very good assumption.
No, that leaves the Giants going Evan Neal. I think. I still think he'll be the offensive lineman going.
The fact that there's all linemen are still on the board, I think you could go.
Hey, Sopranos.
You could go receiver or corner.
I haven't got to that part yet.
I can
They're
see
all wearing Jets clothes.
Sauce Gardner or one of the top receivers.
Yeah, I'm going to Mod Sauce.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about how much of an athlete and everything Stingley is. I mean, Sauce Gardner, he's a freak athlete. He's got the frame, 6'3", long arms.
Yep.
I mean, he can get up in the receiver's face, and I think he has the speed to. I mean, he should be able to keep up with those agile receivers.
Yep.
If he
And it
gets
is very
his hands on
impressive
you-
not giving up a touchdown through his entire college career.
Yep.
If Sauce can get his hands on the receiver,
Press coverage dog.
yeah, I'm not saying I don't love doing comparisons, but Nnamdi Asomugha, Raiders now.
Well, cursed his whole career.
Amon Gardner. With the fourth pick, the Jets select Amon Sauce Gardner.
Taylor he's got the early scoop.
So
I give it an A+ right off the jump.
Well, I mean, I think we all
Everything
knew
we
that
were
was
just
going to happen.
Everything that we were just talking about. I mean, they
First A+
have
of the draft.
Yeah, they had a defensive-minded coach, who had a horrendous season defensively. The New York Jets. It's a passing league. You're in a division which I don't think the Jets are going to compete in, but you have a division that has Josh Allen in a conference that has all these young superstars. So, I mean, add away to the backfield.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, they got Zach Wilson.
Oh, he's got the chain. That chain is icy.
Yeah, you'll see chains like on top of each other. Straight
Look at
ice.
that. Only FBS player with 120 targets and 0 touchdowns allowed.
That's crazy. He looks like he looks pretty physically built for the NFL.
But you know who else I compared to Nnamdi Asomugha? Prince Amukamara.
Well, that's what we say.
You said Prince
Don't
of
let Taylor
Mukamura?
Don't let Westside compare players.
To Nnamdi, at least.
Yeah.
We'll
I
see.
remember we were always saying, was Nnamdi really that good, or was it just because people didn't throw to him?
He was It was
good.
Yeah. That was a rough year for the Eagles when he had a bad year.
No Vince Young's fault.
And he's more of a zone guy too, wasn't he? You guys would have to play a lot of man.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue our scheme wasn't right for him, but he's supposed to be this amazing corner.
Fair enough.
But if you look at the Jets, they got Zach Wilson. They have an okay receiving core. They brought in some tight ends in free agency. They have youth on their O-line. The left side of their O-line is pretty solid. And then they have put pieces into their defense. So, solid pick.
Yep.
Going with A.
Sticking with my A+, it's my favorite pick so far.
Couldn't agree more. Now, if somebody would have drafted him earlier, that would have been the same favorite pick too. But he's the only one that's gone where I projected so far.
Yeah, it was a good call. You called that right off the bat.
But yeah, that's everybody though. Everybody knew that.
All right. Is this Giants' first pick, number 5? Is this where we see the first trade?
I'm still thinking Evan Neal.
Someone trying to jump the Panthers to get a quarterback?
Could be ballsy because the Panthers are in
Like
dire
Atlanta?
need.
Atlanta, Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got a notification for a pick, and I'm very surprised.
So I could see Atlanta really taking a wide receiver though this year because they literally got nobody now besides Kyle Pitts.
Okay. The report came out that the Giants weren't going to extend Daniel Jones' 5th-year option.
We did see that.
Are the Giants going?
I don't think the Giants are going to draft a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Didn't you say you saw the pick?
I meant like even with their second pick or anything.
Giants.
Just because
Wait.
I have inside information doesn't
Wait,
mean
so you
I
do know the
still don't
pick?
know. Yeah, I got a notification.
What the fuck app are you subscribing to nowadays? All right, go ahead and put it in the chat. Peoples.
I'm saying Evan Neal. He can't fall.
That's what I
that
said,
much.
but Trevor's got me thinking something different now with his inside information. So we got 2 defensive ends, then we got 2 cornerbacks back to back. Defensive loaded.
Interesting. We'll see if your sources are valid.
This might be incorrect.
I ain't getting no message.
I don't get that the text group.
Oh, I thought we were just gonna use the Riverside one.
I was checking that too, and then I saw the text come up. I just because of their coach and GM, I don't know if I think that really pick, but who knows?
Serious weirdo.
I mean, having 5 and 7 gives you so much leeway, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. If that is the pick, I definitely don't. I don't hate it. It's not where I thought they'd go, but I definitely don't hate it. They definitely could use some help on that end.
Yeah, I definitely was thinking they were going offensive line with that pick.
Okay, can we just drop the name because we don't even know if it's for sure going to be the guy.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Kayvon Thibodeau, and here's my only thought process because of that. Icky and Evan Neal are still on the board, so you could go Kayvon, get a top-rated edge, and then you're guaranteed to get one of the big 2 tackles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good take right there because they would take either of them. The tackles.
And if you look at the Giants, they got Saquon. They obviously aren't interested in a quarterback just yet. They have all those receivers that have been underperforming. Defense isn't terrible.
I think it gets real interesting after this Giants pick.
And who was that guy they drafted last year out of Georgia? The outside linebacker. You know what I'm talking about? Anybody?
What was it? The outside linebacker from where?
Georgia that the Giants drafted.
Oh, before. What year was it?
Last year.
Oh.
Who was it?
Yeah, you talk about he has a weird name though. It's hard to say.
Aziz Ojulari. Yeah.
I say Ojulari, but I was always thinking Olari.
Yeah,
there it is. Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah, he had like 8
reliable
sacks
source over there, Sasquatch.
8 or 9 sacks for them last year.
Trevor has someone behind the curtain listening to all these picks.
Give me my credit, boy. All right, so.
All right, one thing
3 defensive ends and 2 cornerbacks so far.
One thing I have to say about this draft so far, as an Eagles fan, I don't like it because I thought they could have traded up for Kayvon and Sauce Gardner possibly, and if not Sauce Gardner, Stingley, which I didn't think they were targeting cornerbacks, but those players I didn't think they would. If the Eagles were going to trade up, I wouldn't have minded either of them. So now I do not think the Eagles are going to trade up.
So I like this pick. I'm giving it an A+ for what we said about take him here, get a top edge, and then you're guaranteeing yourself a good pick.
Is it still an A+ if they go quarterback?
At 7?
Yeah.
No. I'm not lying. I would change it then. I'd be like, they're stupid then. Because the Panthers are a quarterback wanting team. So if you wanted a quarterback, you would have taken before the Panthers.
This is the pick I'm excited for right here, the Carolina Panthers, to see if we'll have the first quarterback taken off the board.
Yep.
And then so the Giants could easily come back the next pick then and take Evan Neal. And trenches are taken care of right there. Shit.
Yeah, a few things.
As a Redskins fan, as a Commanders fan, I want nothing to do with that. Just give them poop dollars. But
yeah, this run at defensive players, 5 straight defensive players.
yep. This is, I mean, we knew
I'm worried.
It was stocked up, but now it's gonna be after this. It's gonna be a run of wide receivers.
I know, I'm worried.
Yeah, because
any chance Panthers are trading?
I mean, if they really want a quarterback, they could trade back. That's for sure.
I think they're going quarterback. What quarterback? I couldn't tell you.
Oh,
between Malik Willis,
it's got to be Malik Willis
and Kenny Pickett. A lot of people have favored Pickett for his experience and, how many games he played in college, all that. Malik Willis definitely has the better arm and bigger hands, more mobile. Just guess depends on what you're trying to mold. What kind of offense they want to build.
Yeah.
I personally think Malik Willis is technically the first quarterback that should be taken, though.
I feel like the Panthers are young enough to get a quarterback that needs a little bit more time, and why not just take he may be a little bit more raw, but just the natural talent Willis has is tempting.
Agreed.
I mean, look at the Panthers, right? You got Christian McCaffrey, and then you got Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. All the makings for an electric offense. But the last 2 years, really 3 years, they've been hampered by these quarterbacks that are limited in what they can do, that holds back the offense. So with that being said, you go Malik Willis. You get a quarterback that can sling it downfield, that can open up running lanes for Christian McCaffrey, pull away a linebacker or a safety out of the box to maybe keep him healthy. You can do all those gimmicky run plays to get the easy Jalen Hurts rushing yards that really help a developing team. So yeah, I could see Malik Willis.
Yep.
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't say that would be a bad pick for them.
They're definitely tough making decisions right now. This is the longest the pick's taken so far.
What if the Panthers were like, regardless, we need to get a top 5 defender to the draft, and then this happened. The top 3 edges are gone, and the top 2 corners are gone, and the Panthers GM just chucked his computer across the room.
Oh man, that'd be horrible. What are they gonna do?
Like all week, he's just been like, doesn't matter what happens.
Who do you guys think's getting drafted? I know who's getting drafted.
I need you. This notification thing you got going on here, because I'm tired of sitting here waiting on these.
It's straight from the source.
Who's this damn source?
He bugged Goodell.
I swear to God, if you and Schefter are best friends out of nowhere now, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I would say who got picked, but as fans of the draft, I want you guys to see it when it happens.
Yes,
it's Kenny Pickett, isn't it?
Kenny Pickett, like I said, I saw a lot of mock drafts. Kenny Pickett,
who do you guys think they should pick? Do you think they should pick? I don't think they should pick a quarterback. I don't think Malik Willis. If they're going to, I would pick Malik Willis.
Yeah, I don't think they should pick any quarterbacks necessarily. No, but will they?
Yeah.
Are you asking who would I pick, or who do I think they should?
Who would you pick?
I would pick Evan Neal.
Okay. But you would pick Evan Neal if you were the Panthers GM.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even Okonowu. Or Okonowu, what are you saying?
Knowing the situation, I would go Malik Willis.
Icky.
Icky.
Knowing the situation, I'll go Malik Willis. Thinking about what the Panthers might go, I'm thinking Kenny Pickett.
I would still, knowing their situation, go for a superior talent. I mean,
the thing is, they have their next pick after this is like in the hundreds.
Oh wow.
Yeah, even more reason to get the best possible player instead of
Yes.
taking a
Quarterback.
subpar quarterback.
Well, if they want to get a quarterback, this is a chance. They can't even wait. They can't even wait.
They can
for
get
the
a
second.
quarterback. I'm talking about next draft. They can get a quarterback next draft, and maybe they'll trade for Baker Mayfield.
Maybe.
Baker Mayfield's the best quarterback that probably would come out of this draft if he gets traded.
Panthers don't have the capital.
I don't agree with what I just said. I just feel like a liar. We lost the bull.
No, I was only for a second. I turned my camera off.
All right. All factors considered, you have a quarterback trying to save his job. You have a franchise without a face. You have enough talent that you should be able to compete in the NFC South. I'm going Malik Willis. Any day now.
I think Panthers fans would like Malik Willis. I think he's an exciting player. Also, one of those offensive linemen. I'd be excited about that too. Who do they have on the roster of quarterbacks right now?
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, take Malik Willis. That's what I was thinking about Sam Darnold. I didn't know if they released him or something.
No, they can't. They traded. They traded all that capital for him.
We all agree that it's going to be the first offensive side.
Yes. I still, I mean, Evan Neal's just sitting there, a future generational left tackle. It's gonna be there forever.
The only defensive player I would take.
I still like Icky more than Evan Neal.
The only defensive player I would take at this point would be Kyle Hamilton. But
but I really don't see him going that early, and I also really hope the Commanders draft him. But still, I don't think he's going that early.
All right, here's your
that 40 time. If he had a better 40 time, he'd probably be a top 10,
Icky.
top 5, whatever.
Boo. Icky Ekwonu.
Is it Icky?
Yep.
Icky Ekwonu.
Yep. I actually said that. That's who I would pick. Rewind.
I think that's a very good pick. I mean, he's a straight mauler.
You know what?
He can be a. Look at him.
Trevor, do you have the audio listening to it?
Yeah.
Did they announce him as a tackle or guard?
They announced him as a tackle.
Okay. I was just curious because people were
saying he could be a mauler on the inside. He can be a mauler on the outside.
Mm-hmm. And that was what we were saying too.
He was literally tossing people in college, and I think he can toss people in the NFL. And think about it. He can move too. Look at the defenders that just got picked. Kayvon, not big. Trevon Walker's kind of big.
270.
Aiden Hutchinson, they're not like, I don't know. Defenders are getting a little bit smaller, and Icky is a man beast.
And like we said, if it doesn't work out on the outside, you can move him inside. He's just going to push people back in the run game. It's going to be great.
Yeah, he has his hands are like, and his arms are like certified weapons. Look at that. He just turned that guy around. That's a big guy right there.
Yeah,
and he ran under a 5.40.
He's a vicious blocker. He's looking to embarrass you.
Taylor, what'd you compare him to when we were talking about him? Michael Orr, or was that Evan Neal? From the blind side scene.
Oh, it was him when I was saying the scene.
He would go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I said he should be working at IHOP because he's serving pancakes all day.
The highlights they're showing on NFL Network are absolutely amazing, and that's why he's my favorite in the draft.
Well, it's not even that he is bulldozing. He's pile driving, and then after he pile drives the defensive end, he goes, "All right, heat-seeking missile, cornerback, safety, linebacker. Who am I going for next?"
Mm-hmm.
So I'm giving
What
this
would you?
pick an A only because I like Evan Neal better.
Okay, so pretty much the opposite for me. I give it an A+ because I like Icky more.
So now the Giants can turn around and take Evan Neal.
Yeah, I think that would be the safe pick.
But the thing with Evan Neal and Icky, because of their size, strength, mobility, uh, they definitely can't. Well, Evan Neal played guard for a year. Both of them, you say, best world, you're my left tackle for the next 10 years. But if not, you for sure can play right tackle or either guard spot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's so valuable. Giants picks already in. I bet it is Evan Neal.
Yeah, I mean they went D line. Now they're going. They O line trenches make sense. Help out Daniel Jones because it sounds like they're sticking with Daniel Jones for another year.
Did you guys see that story though that apparently Evan Neal got red flagged by some teams because of medical?
I have not seen anything about medical for him.
There was one story a couple days ago. Again, it could have been like just smoke, but there was a story that I don't want to say who, because I can't remember for sure, published it, but it was saying that several teams took Evan Neal off their board because he got flagged by their medical staff.
Interesting.
But
I definitely think that's where they're going. That's definitely where
They
they're going with
didn't
this
say.
pick.
But he never suffered any big injuries that I could find. Oh, Trevor, did you see that update that just came out?
Yeah, I did. Don't say anything because if it happens,
You're gonna
I
cut
will
the show.
rage on the show.
Well, they take Kyle Hamilton?
No, it has nothing to do with the picks right now.
Oh. Rage? Where's my... What update you talking about here? Also, how is Devin Booker already back from Game 6? Just saying.
Is Devin Booker in the NFL?
It's sports.
It's false.
NBA playoffs, respect.
Evan Neal. Giants taking Evan Neal with the 7th overall pick.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, that
A-
we knew was going to happen.
A+.
I'm just going to... We just talked about him for a little bit. I'm going to say real quick, I think the Falcons are going to take Malik Willis.
I'm trying to go in the mind of Arthur Smith right now.
Evan Neal, I'll give it an A because it's the Giants. Evan Neal's a good tackle. Taylor, you drew up that strategy very well.
Calls like I sees it.
Kayvon Thibodeau stays as an A+ grade.
Yep. I give the Giants A++.
Unfortunately,
Yep,
as an Eagles fan, they had a very those are a good two first.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
Picks.
Exact same thing. I don't worry
Trenches.
about them every year.
Trenches,
They don't have a quarterback, so I'm not too scared.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even hate. I don't hate Daniel Jones, but
I don't hate him either.
you're helping out with the pass rush, and you're helping out with.
They're making the right moves to make them a better team overall.
You're helping Daniel Jones on his blind side. You're getting Saquon Barkley an extra second in the run game. And like we said on our draft breakdown, my opinion, hopefully he's your left tackle for the next 10 years. If he struggles, you put him at right tackle. And
Evan Neal doesn't look like a 350 to me.
Well, he's cut.
He's athletic, 350.
Put him at right tackle.
Look at him on playing with Alabama. He looks like a 350 there. It says 6'7 and a half, 337. He looks more like 330-ish, 320 in that suit. Look at them legs.
He has the height,
trunks.
right?
Tree trunks, yep.
He's nearly 6'8". He has athletic numbers. It is draft season, so it is likely he did drop weight to get a better scores in the combine to look more agile in drills. So
Makes sense.
He might be walking around at 330 right now, but he probably plays at 350.
Well, you just saw him handling Trayvon Walker at first overall pick, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a near perfect first 2 picks for the Giants.
They really, it sucks to say it, being a division rival, but they did really good.
So
the thing is that you think they could have switched it around and got Evan Neal first, and you think Thibodeau would have been snagged off before this?
I think they just went with like Taylor
numbers.
said, they would have been happy with Icky or Evan Neal. So take the guy that.
And Thibodeau, or take him earlier.
Yeah, the Panthers could have taken Thibodeau.
You see Evan Neal right here doing these box jumps with 2 feet landing? What the hell?
Yeah, he's a freak athlete. Hopefully he stays in shape.
I want to see him do the Tristan Riffs pull jump. That's the only thing I trust nowadays.
RJ become a GM. All right, let me see the pull jump. I can't
pull jump
that.
every time.
We can't
out.
take you then. I'm sorry.
It says failed pull jump. What the hell is that? It's my owner's reading.
Okay, Falcons. I'm saying
first wide receiver off the board.
I've been thinking. I don't know.
Who'd you say, RJ?
I'm saying first wide receiver. Possibly any of those top 5. Jameson Williams it depends on how much people are buying, or injury. Yeah.
No.
I'm liking the wide receiver here, unfortunately. I don't know which one for sure, but I'm gonna lean towards Jameson.
But he doesn't
don't let me read this one. Don't be saying it out loud.
I'm not saying anything.
I'm saying Charles Cross is still there. Kyle Hamilton
slept. You're putting Juju out there on a lack.
Arthur Smith should know the build from the trenches, but he needs a receiver.
Bad.
No one. I'm saying Garrett Wilson. That's my pick.
I was thinking I was wanting Garrett Wilson as well. Honestly, one of those things that those top 5 guys. I think any one of them can go.
Man, I'm doing bad. I only have 3 of these picks called right so far.
I only have 2, and the one technically was an afterthought because it was their second pick. Oh no, it wasn't. It was the Panthers. When you said, "What would you do?" I said I would take Icky. My prediction originally though.
Live predictions right here. Aiden Hutchinson is the only one I think I've gotten right.
And I don't even count so I don't want to count it for second.
Yeah, I don't know if I got Amon Gardner.
Oh,
RJ, you talked me into agreeing with that, so I'm not going to take credit for that one.
Gardner, fair enough.
All right,
yeah. All right, don't say it out loud. I want to see this one. No nails. Jameson Williams. God.
Boo! Boo! Ooh. RJ, you gotta announce the pick?
I know.
It's been it.
Drake London. Wow. So he's one of those top 5 receivers, though, in my opinion. So he's one of them. I'm disappointed, to say the least.
Why?
I was hoping he'd fall back a little bit more.
Same.
If we were going to take a wide receiver, I wanted it to be first round wide receiver.
I wouldn't have been upset if the Eagles were able to snag him. I think it would have been a good fit with Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith.
It fits.
I was right about the first wide receiver, though.
That pick fits with the theme of the draft, right? We get Trayvon Walker, the biggest potential guy in the last few years. You get Derek Stingley, who you're banking on him playing like he did 3 years ago. And now you get Drake London, this 6'5" basketball player, wide receiver that has some agility. We're not sure how fast he really is. We're not sure if he can pull it off in the NFL, but if he can,
the catch radius alone is enough.
He could be a very special player.
Especially when Calvin really comes back and they can get maybe Mariota turns the corner, or they get a quarterback. I mean, the offense is there. It's too. It's Falcons aren't out. All depends on their quarterback now. So wait, so is Calvin Ridley suspended this whole year? That's what it is.
Yeah, he's not playing.
I still think that was too much, too harsh of a punishment.
I'm
Could have gave
sticking
him
with
six to 8 games.
my grading philosophy. I'm going to B.
Say it again.
I'm going with a B.
I'm giving him an A.
Yeah,
I have enough question marks about him that
I was high on him.
I give him a B+ for the team. I like his. How close do you think he is to like Kyle Pitts?
Kyle Pitts is way faster than him.
Yeah, I know they're very similar. I feel like Kyle Pitts is faster, and we have no idea how fast Drake London is because he hasn't. There's no 40, but on the field, he looks like he can move. He looks like he has mobile hips, fluid.
He's for sure. He's
fluidity.
an agile guy. Yeah, like he's an agile guy. I'm a little hesitant. Like,
You know,
do
I
you think
didn't
his
catch-
foot? Do you think
He's
his injury is going to be an issue?
no, rarely. I don't think too often do you see guys that it's like they have a career foot problem,
Yeah.
and it's usually bigger
So-
guys, if anything.
So he did have that late pro day. I did not see it though. I was wondering maybe if you guys didn't see anything on that. He didn't run a 40 then or anything.
Mm-mm.
He looked okay. I was a little disappointed that he didn't run a 40. All right, so you're gonna pair up Drake London with Kyle Pitts.
Who do they have starting at quarterback?
Marcus Mariota.
I mean, if you have a quarterback like that, get the biggest receivers you can have, and
The thing is, though,
less accuracy needed.
Mariota, he likes to throw to open guys. He doesn't.
Exactly, because he doesn't have the purest accuracy. So now that you got this big target, Kyle Pitts and Drake London, he doesn't have to be as accurate.
But he doesn't.
Drake London can go across the middle.
Mariota doesn't like throwing jump balls.
Doesn't have to be jump balls. I'm just saying they have big enough.
He has confidence that he can make it.
He should have confidence that he can just throw it to them and they can outbody
And also,
the DBs.
unless Mariota like pops off and has like a Tannehill year, this is just a 1 year fill-in thing anyway. So he's the quarterback next year.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
So,
Seattle.
Seattle.
Who's it going to be?
So they need quarterback.
I don't
Is the
see
first
them
quarterback
taking a quarterback.
Yeah, so is it happening now? So far, I'm happy that there's been no quarterbacks in this top 10. Teams are playing it smart.
Yeah, I mean, you got Charles Cross still out there. Seattle's always had offensive line issues. That's why Russell Wilson left.
All those defensive players going early ruin my board.
You got Trent McDuffie still there, George Karlaftis, Charles Cross. Could they reach? Not reach. I shouldn't say reach because it's not really reach, but could they snag Kyle Hamilton from you, RJ? Any guesses?
They don't. Well,
If it's not quarterback,
wait, did it just show who got picked?
Pick is in.
All right, I don't think they go Kyle Hamilton. I think it's.
I wouldn't be surprised if they take a player like Karlaftis, but I also think Charles Cross could be the pick here.
I don't think Karlaftis fits Pete Carroll's philosophy. They've always gone undersized, twitchy type.
Fair enough.
I think Charles Cross or maybe quarterback.
I don't think they're going to take a quarterback. I would lean more towards Charles Cross.
All draft season we've been saying, oh, these quarterbacks are going to get way overdrafted, and now we're almost out of the top 10 and no one's taking one.
I told you before the draft
It's good, though.
started. I had a feeling before the draft that quarterbacks weren't going to be taken.
Yeah, you didn't. I just didn't believe it.
Well, you better believe it because I know it. Kyle Hamilton's coming close to you, RJ.
I'm
Two
still
more.
thinking we might trade back. So we'll see.
Takes two to tango.
It does. It's just because the report today said that Washington and New Orleans are two teams that are high on trading back. And now my NFL isn't working, so I'll be right back, fellas. I need to get myself some water. And
All right.
I guess I'll load my app out.
Seattle. The pick that you got.
I got a pick in here.
No, just drop it. Who do you got?
Charles Cross.
Yeah. That's the one that made the most sense. Are you mad if you're Russell Wilson?
That they drafted
all those
O-line?
years, all those years you've been getting crushed without an offensive lineman, and then you leave and they grab a left
I mean,
tackle.
since you can draft offensive linemen. He's a behemoth too. You can draft. They've been such a good team with Russell Wilson. They haven't been in position to draft one of these types of players. But yeah, I mean, maybe probably a little bit. Maybe it's a lesson learned type deal. Like, oh, we don't want that to happen again. Let's shore up the offensive line.
Yeah. So they bring in Charles Cross out of Mississippi State. Most people say he is the best pass blocker in the draft. He's got a pretty good size, 6'5", 310. He's athletic. He came from a Mississippi State, which is a pass-heavy college scheme. He didn't he have like 600 pass? It was like he had like 600 pass blocking snaps, and he only gave up a pressure on like 2% or something like that.
Oh yeah, it was definitely something ridiculous.
I think RJ had that number.
He allowed 44 pressures on 574 pass blocking snaps in 2020 before only giving up 16 pressures on 719 pass blocking snaps in 2021.
We talk about Charles Cross, who the Seahawks just took?
Yes.
Yeah. Him, Evan Neal, and Icky all had really high, really low, you should say, pressure. You know, it was like 2.4 and 2.7 between that range. So on all those snaps, only 2.4% of the times the pressure ever even happened. So yeah. We were that one, I'd say. Was left it.
Yeah, but now in that division,
RJ. Anyway, Washington takes quarterback.
No way in hell first round or they're taking quarterback. If they do, I'm logging off. And this jersey will be in the river. You do not trade for Carson Wentz and give up all that cap just to draft a first round quarterback that you know nothing about. Now, when we draft a quarterback overall in this draft, I could see that happening. Especially we're getting like Carson Strong in the later rounds.
Yeah.
It could be any of them, obviously, but
quickly before we go, maybe predicting the Jets' second pick. What do you guys grade the Charles Cross? I give it an A.
Yeah, same.
I say A-.
Yeah, I give it an A. For what was available, two left with the tackles. You know, the first two are gone. They're ranked above him, in my opinion.
Yeah. So the Jets went Sauce Gardner first pick. Do they go Do they go defense again, or do they go opposite side of Sauce Gardner and maybe get a weapon for Zach Wilson?
It's interesting because they drafted Elijah Moore last year. He turned out to be pretty good when healthy. He was only a little banged up. They have I think Corey Davis still.
Mm-hmm.
Jameson Crowder. I don't know if they actually kept him.
No, he's on the Bills.
Yeah, they could definitely use another weapon. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going George Karlaftis.
And Karlaftis was one on the defensive side. I was if we went that way, he was definitely the first name that popped in my head.
I feel like they have to use one of these picks to help out Zach Wilson. I know defense technically helps out the quarterback if the defense
You know what?
does good.
I'm going guard.
Guard.
Kenyon Green.
Mm.
Taylor really read my mind. I bumped my mic last. Or maybe even that center everybody's talking about. What's his name? Linderbaum. Linderbaum, yeah.
I don't know about that.
That's a little. They would. Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit of a reach for those.
I'm just saying what would help them and help Zach Wilson. It would be either a wide receiver or O-line help.
Listen, you just brought a young rookie cornerback to probably. I mean, you drafted him there to start. Might as well give your pass rush a little bump.
No.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go. I think they're gonna help Zach Wilson here.
Yeah, and
which
I think
in turn
no
probably
safety or
has to be a wide receiver.
So yeah, are you thinking like Garrett Wilson or
him or Jameson? Oh, Garrett Wilson.
If Jameson Williamson falls to 11, Williams, whatever, the Washington might snag him.
Jameson Williamson or
Williams,
whatever.
Yeah, Jameson Williams.
All right.
Yeah, don't say it because I'm about to watch this. Mine's delayed.
We both said it.
What?
We both said the pick, and then Arjun went, "Don't say it. I need to listen to this."
Sorry.
I didn't hear you say it. I didn't hear you.
I
was Garrett Wilson. Because I didn't hear your wording. I thought you were just like guessing when he was guessing. So that's a good pick.
He was my number one receiver.
Yeah, I mean he's got it all. He can go up for it. He's got the speed. He's got the hands. He's not afraid to go up with contact. I feel he could be a true number one for sure. And then you add him with Elijah Moore, who's a burner. You got what's his name? I guess Corey Davis is reliable. Not bad weapons up there for Zach Wilson to get it done.
I give it. I'll just give my grade real quick. I give it an A+ just because I think he's going to be a good player and it helps Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I just gave it an A, but just because he wasn't my personal favorite wide receiver.
Yeah, I gave it an A. I think it was a good pick.
The moment of truth.
I would have gone Karlaftis, but I mean, look at Garrett Wilson. He's 6 foot 188. I mean, the receivers are starting. Like you're seeing a lot more, somewhat.
Ooh, I just got some juice here.
Can't say that when my pick's coming up, okay? Shut your damn mouth.
Well, real quick, Garrett Wilson. He's 6 foot 180, 190. He ran a 4.3. He runs crisp routes. He has good hands. I think a lot of people comped him to Calvin Ridley.
I can see it.
Now you slot him in there, right? It opens up your whole offense. Corey Davis goes to what he was with the Titans, a great number 2. Most teams don't have a number 2 corner that can play with Corey Davis' physicality. And now the Jets wide receiver from last year, what was his name again? Elijah Moore. Now he can play the slot, be that weapon role, catching bubble screens, moving around, getting some reverses. Now you just put the whole offense into Zach Wilson and your offensive coordinator's hands and hope that they can make something happen.
Yeah, it's very true. All true.
Yeah, I give it A. Solid pick. I would personally go with
Karlaftis.
So now we have the Commanders. First team of the show.
You want to watch the live feed?
Yeah, throw it up there because my freaking phone is slow.
Can I tell you what happened?
Wait, it already happened? I got commercials over here. You better shut up. Nothing.
I mean,
Did I predict the trade back?
yes.
Bastards, man. You know why? Because they weren't sold on Kyle Hamilton. They're going to draft one of them later wide receivers.
Trevor, what was the trade? Do you have the
They
detail?
traded the Saints. Now, did the Saints jump up to get a quarterback?
Well, so the Saints were supposed to be trading back too. What the hell is this?
Or did the Saints trade up to get a receiver? I would think receiver. Which I don't like. Because they jumped the Eagles.
Yeah, I like Jameis, over there in New Orleans, so I'm gonna say they did it for a wide receiver.
I think they picked Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams is what I was about to say next too.
I'm gonna be upset if that was the pick. Because I was really hoping he would fall to the Eagles.
So what pick were the Saints? 16th?
Well, they had 16 and 19.
Yeah, you got their 16th pick.
We fall back into the mid. And what else did we get there? We better have gotten the second or something. If they didn't adjust another third rounder, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, it said what you guys had, but
There. What? Second.
Man, they jumped us. I know it.
I had to cross off my Washington I had written down too, motherfuckers.
I think they're gonna. I don't know.
So now we're at right after you guys too, which is I don't like that. Possibly take somebody I want, but like F you, Philadelphia, flip, Philadelphia.
Flip, Philadelphia, flip, Philadelphia. All right, Saints. I don't think they're going to do. I wouldn't say Jordan Davis. I wouldn't say Kyle Hamilton. I don't think they trade up for George Karlaftis. They jumped up. They basically jumped the Eagles, Ravens, Texans, Vikings.
Think about their team. We said it last year. They would have been a playoff team if Jameis Winston didn't get injured. They have a decent defense. They have Alvin Kamara. Their O-line isn't bad. And what would a team like that need to add? I would think more weapons.
Chris Olave.
No.
I don't think they're gonna take Olave.
I would say Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams, you got Treylon Burks up there.
So the Saints gave up the 16th, the 98th, and the 120th pick.
That I like to hear.
The Commanders gave up this year's 11th and next year's 2nd.
I think we had 2 seconds next year though.
I'm just kidding. You only gave.
You better stop talking out your ass before I feel it. Pause.
Excuse me.
Pause. You pause. So as long as you say pause, you're good.
The pick is in.
I know you guys saw that guy on the I think it was a UFC guy or something.
You guys, I know who got drafted.
Who you drafted?
Stop telling us. No one
I know who the Saints got drafted. RJ, don't you want to know?
I blame karma for that. Way to go, gosh dang it. There it is.
We're not going to spend forever talking about this trade. We just announced the pick.
Mm-hmm.
The pick is in. The pick is in.
I'm still saying Chris Olave.
Jameson. Well, there's my Washington Commanders sitting there looking like, what the hell's going on?
What'd you
I
say?
just saw Chase Young out there.
Oh.
So I was trying to leave, and they traded back.
So a third and a fourth instead of
I
what kind of
figured
front
it
office
would be.
nonsense is this? And then now they're talking about not resigning Deron Payne. And why did we let Tim Settle go? Why'd you let Ioannidis go? So we have Jonathan Allen, Chase Young, and Montez Sweat. If we let
This is a
Deron
very
Payne
big
go.
pick for the Eagles.
We're-
You're right. You're right.
What RJ? What were you thinking the Saints would pick?
Jameson.
That's right. We agreed.
All these extra people's coming out here to announce this pick. Not even associated with Thorns. We got Austin Eckler, Tony Gonzalez, and then some other scrub I've never heard of, some white boy wearing a Chiefs jersey.
What's wrong with the Chiefs?
Garbage.
Shoot. I want to break down this pick, but they're taking so long to announce it.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's all this extra stuff. Just announce the damn pick.
Oh, this is just fabulous. We're like we got to be like 3 picks. The teams have got to have their pick in already.
The Vikings just
all the
traded.
times.
The Vikings traded.
The Vikings just traded with the Lions.
So the Vikings move up.
Vikings traded pick 12 and pick 46, and the Lions gave them 32, 34, and 66.
So the Vikings trade back. What does that mean?
So
It
the
means-
Lions wanted to jump the Texans possibly for a quarterback.
I think we might have Malik Willis coming up.
I was thinking maybe quarterback, but see, I had them taking one of them quarterbacks later down the road. Since they
All right.
didn't they extend Kirk Cousins this offseason?
No,
Three
Minnesota
more years.
traded back.
Yeah,
Wait, pardon. Minnesota traded back. They got a good. They got two high picks back.
There it is.
All right. Did you see it, RJ? So I can announce it.
Not yet. Oh, this one you can just announce it. I don't care. That's what it is.
All right. The
Ooh.
Saints have drafted Chris Olave
They actually got Olave.
out of Ohio State.
Another one you got right there.
I called it like I sees it. I gave this a B minus.
I think he could have fell a little farther.
I don't
More-
think he was worth.
Very.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could have went a little farther
This
back
draft
for his
just got
value.
interesting, boys.
What,
Yeah, but now
what-
Jameson Williams is still
wait,
available.
Wait. Troy, do you know the Lions pick?
I do know the Lions pick.
Who's your insider? How are you getting all these?
Tell me who you guys think picked.
Malik Willis.
Yeah, I'm thinking quarterback. I don't know who, but I'm thinking Malik Willis.
Do you guys want me to wait or announce it?
Kenny Pickett.
That's it. Look at the face. Look at the face he just made.
No, I just got the update who they're picking. It's not even shocking.
Where you guys getting these goddamn updates?
You gotta follow the right people.
What? Do you, but these, you, tell me. What do you mean? What is this a secret?
Oh. Wait a minute.
Dude, you having conflicting.
We have conflicting reports here.
Uh-oh.
I'm muting you guys. I'm just gonna watch the TV over here.
All right, well, hang on. Can we haven't even really broken down
Chris Olave.
Chris Olave. I gave it a B minus. I didn't. He of the big five, he was my least favorite receiver. He is fast. He's not super small.
He's a crisp route runner, though. Very crisp.
He popped off his freshman year at Ohio State, and then I feel like he never got better.
Yeah,
I think he's already reached his peak.
I give it a B,
I give it a B as
similar to
well.
what you're saying. Is he a good pairing with Slant Boy?
I mean, he's more explosive, and I think it is a good pairing. Like, I never thought Chris Olave could develop into being a number one. Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you. But he can be an explosive number two. I just don't think it was worth trading up for him.
Yeah, I don't think that at all. I think you could have got him.
Yeah, I
in the
would have
draft.
thought Jameson Williams.
Which is why I
think
gave him a B- for this trade.
People may be more worried about that knee injury than we thought originally.
Don't worry about it.
With who?
Jameson Williams.
Oh yeah.
All right, so the Lions,
I wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't mind the Eagles getting him.
The Lions are on the clock. They gave their 32nd pick and their 34th, so they could trade up 20 picks.
So the last two teams decided to skip ahead because they were worried about this player not being there for them, whoever it is.
Oh, so I know the pick, but I won't spoil it just yet. I would have assumed that they were trading up to jump the Texans and maybe take a quarterback.
So you're saying it's not a quarterback? Ooh,
saying,
I just saw something else. How did that happen? This draft is getting crazy. Trades galore.
You're getting more updates than I'm getting.
According to my reports, the Eagles just traded up. Are currently behind the Lions.
I do see that. They're number 13, so they traded up two picks?
Yeah, and they still
With Houston.
have. Yeah, they still have their 13th.
No. Where did the Ravens get this
still have their 18th
14th overall pick from? Because I know it wasn't their original.
That's our original.
Is it
That's their
really?
original,
They finished.
yeah.
Oh, I thought they would finish higher than that.
8 and 9. They were finished.
Okay, why did
I thought they were like 17th or 18th.
the Eagles traded up before they saw who Minnesota had?
I'm sure they knew.
If the Eagles draft a quarterback, better not be a quarterback. I'm going to be extremely upset.
All right, so if you're the Lions, you got Aiden Hutchinson. You got Amon St. Brown as your best receiver, really. You got okay running backs. Let's see what Goodell has to say. Jameson Williams to the Lions.
Bastards.
Dirty bastards. Now I'm wondering who the Eagles traded up for then.
If it's a quarterback.
Will this be the last straw for your GM? Like, is he just trying to figure out how else he can screw the draft?
No, because he has the blessings from the
Man, the Eagles gave up a lot.
I don't remember what it was. They did?
They have like 4 picks.
Eagles trade
just for a 2-spot jump?
Eagles trade 15th overall, 124th, 4th round, 162nd, 5th round, 166th, 5th round, and a number 13, and for number 13 and another day 2 pick.
All right.
So that's a little much.
So I'm gonna.
we have a ton of picks, so I'm not too angry about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this Jameson Williams pick at A. I think the Lions have done good this draft so far. I mean, they got surefire Pro Bowler on the defensive side. Needed some more options at wide receiver to help out Goff. All they had was that rookie from last year, Amon St. Brown. It's definitely it's from need and best available too. I mean, it's there.
Yeah, solid pick.
I gave it an A because they're still rebuilding. So his injury isn't as big of a factor. He's maybe the most explosive player in the draft. RJ, you mentioned it a lot that these injuries aren't that problematic these days with modern medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And
Players coming back faster.
I have always sworn by my whole thought process that a true burner on the outside can fix a lot of your problems.
Because at least they can draw some attention if they're not getting getting the actual looks.
Oh,
Jameson Williams,
my
he's 6'2", potentially ran a sub 4.3, and you see it when he gets to full speed, he's gone.
Yep. So I'm guessing Trevor knows who the Eagles picked with that remark.
I think I know who they picked too.
I couldn't tell if that was a good in my life or a bad in my life.
All right. Just because the Eagles traded, I feel like they went quarterback.
You know who they picked?
No.
No, I say feel. I really hope they didn't
I know who
go.
they picked. I don't hate the pick.
Well, that's good.
Jordan Davis.
Interesting.
I don't hate it. Right?
I don't hate it. I didn't
They
expect it.
were really big on Jordan Davis apparently, and they love D-line. They always have loved D-line in the draft. I like Jordan Davis, but I hope he turns into being more than just a run stuffing nose tackle type player. I hope he can be more than that.
Like we said on our draft show, will he be Casey Hampton or will he be Albert Hainsworth?
Yeah.
Good points.
Now, definitely doesn't seem like we're going to be getting a receiver in this first round, which is what I was hoping for.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I blame Atlanta for taking Drake London so early for that.
Yeah. And, I mean, all these teams trading up. The Jets took Garrett Wilson. I mean, then the Saints traded up for Chris Olave, and then the Lions traded up for Jameson Williams.
I mean, there's still good receivers available. There was the run started a little earlier than everyone expected. Jahan Dobson's a perfectly fine receiver. Traylon Burks
told you.
is really
I'm hoping.
good. George Pickens, injury concerns perhaps, but
he was the one from Georgia. Georgia, right? Yeah, he's the one that slipped off.
He is the number one.
But his junior or sophomore year, he was the best wide receivers in college football.
He was one of the best high school prospects that came out.
So, Baltimore, they need, I would say, maybe some secondary, more interior help on the D line, some O line help too. What are you guys feeling for Baltimore?
Assuming Jordan Davis is off the board, I can see Baltimore going Kyle Hamilton.
And so I was thinking that too. But they also have They just signed Marcus Williams. But then don't they have Deshaun Elliott? Or did he leave?
He left.
What about Chuck Clark? Is he the other one? Who's the other safety there now? I can't remember. So that means it would make more sense if they did draft Kyle Hamilton.
Think?
For the Ravens?
He said Kyle Hamilton.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go. I know they have depth at the position.
Trent McDuffie.
Yeah, Trent McDuffie.
Yeah, I was just saying secondary overall. Yeah, the corner.
I could even see them taking a Jermaine Johnson
off the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He gets good pressures.
I would be excited about Jermaine Johnson if I was a Ravens fan.
No way the Titans are taking another defensive end, but I like it.
Yeah, I mean, your source is way ahead of this because they're not even updating NFL Network yet with the Jordan Davis pick, like the .com.
This always happens, which is why they changed their shows, because you'd be watching the draft and then it would cut to the show, and the show would be like, oh, we're on pick 20, but the actual live draft is on pick 12.
Yeah.
We'll see if I'm wrong.
Has your source been wrong yet?
I'm going to say no.
Once it was weird, but then it was right.
Was it because of the trade, though? That's why it was off?
Possibly.
Let me grab another pod.
I wasn't expecting the Eagles to draft Jordan Davis, even though apparently they loved him. We'll see if that was the actual pick. I'm 99% sure it is. I just hope he can be the special player they seem to think he is, and not just a run stuffer, which I wouldn't be mad about. But trading up, they traded up for him, so they have to think he is a special player that can be a superstar in the league. I just hope he's not Dontari Poe.
Yeah, I mean his combine stuff's super impressive though. Gotta love that. For his size.
I mean, if he can wreck the interior pocket, I mean, we need pass rush help. So, I mean, I know that's not what he did at Georgia, but I mean, if he's a freak athlete and can move centers and guards into the quarterback, that's
learning behind Fletcher Cox, one of the best to ever do it too.
Yep, Fletcher Cox.
Yeah,
because I know you guys re-signed him on a 1-year deal, right?
If you're an
Restructured.
O-line, you got to go. Who are we double teaming? Fletcher or Jordan Davis?
Yep, and then you got Hassan Reddick on the other side of Brandon Graham.
Pass
rush is there.
Brandon Graham's coming back. They kept Derek Barnett, which is a surprise to me, but he's not horrible. He just makes stupid mental errors.
Penalties, yeah. Mr. Neutral Zone or offsides.
Let me see what they think. And don't forget about Hargrave. He had a great year. Pro Bowl year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you get Hargrave,
almost did forget about Hargrave. He was one of the best.
I mean, with that 3-man rotation, you really could say, "Hey, Jordan Davis, just play the run," and then Hargrave and Fletcher Cox can just come and pass rush on obvious downs and be fresh.
Yeah.
I always thought Jordan Davis is.
They said the Ravens picks in already too.
That's what I'm waiting on. I don't know what's taking so long to announce these damn picks. Like, it's so stupid.
Well, we still have the 18th. I'm curious who we're going there.
Yeah, I feel like whoever Washington gets, it's the person they probably were planning on getting that, at 16. Hopefully that, somebody has a snag that they want. But I'm curious who they were so confident in that was going to be there at 16,
Yeah, excuse me. I have a feeling the Commanders were maybe not going. They were not leaning wide receiver, so that's probably opportunity to trade out for this receiver run.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's possible.
Well, like I said, one of our insiders, the best mock draft I've seen had was taking Kyle Hamilton at 11, but clearly that's not happening. And then taking Jahan Dotson with the 2nd-round pick. I would like that. But I'm thinking maybe even a Treylon Burks if he's there, depending on where Kyle Hamilton goes. I'd love Treylon Burks to go to Washington. I don't know. Everybody's kind of worried about his speed.
Literally a behemoth.
Who, Jordan Davis?
Did they announce it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it right now, and they still haven't actually said anything yet on my thing. But
all my
nice
stuff
suit.
must be on delay.
It's different.
Oh, yep. With the 13th overall pick of the 2022 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Georgia defensive tackle Jordan Davis.
I think it's a good spot for Jordan Davis as a player.
That is a cool suit.
I am giving this a C+.
I gave it a B.
I've been open on my opinions about Jordan Davis, so this shouldn't be a shock.
I'm not shocked at all. You gave it a C+ for that reason. Now, if you slipped all the way back to the Chargers, it's been probably a little different. But
yep.
I still like the pick overall, though. I mean, it's just like you said. Can he be more than just that nose tackle that eats up run blocks and stuff?
Yeah.
All right.
He can.
The Ravens apparently have their pick already. So who do we think they're going to take?
I'm going to say Trent McDuffie.
Yeah, Kyle Hamilton or Trent McDuffie, I think.
Kyle Hamilton, the second in my list. Because I feel like they're getting older. Jimmy Smith's 33, 34. Marcus Peters 29, 30. They got Marlon Humphrey, but he's has injury problems.
Well, we got a little bit more time before that pick's announced. I just want to talk about Jordan J. Davis because I have been kind of crapping on him a little bit. He's 6'6" and change, weighs anywhere between 340, 380. Ran a 4.78 40-yard dash, which is
Pretty impressive.
absolutely insane. He can. I can't even compare that movement to anyone. Like, didn't Jerry Rice reportedly run like a high 4.6? And this guy's this guy's like 2 Jerry Rice, and he ran 4.78. And it just comes down to if he can maximize to get a little bit better shape so he can play longer. But if he could become someone along the lines of Albert Hainsworth, who's a massive bull rushing defensive tackle, just enough lateral quickness to plug to the right gap and get his hands on the quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, my one thing about the pick is if they think they were, I mean, most people, we were really good against the run, especially in like yards per carry. I think we were top 10 in the league. So with a team that does have holes, is run defense really a huge hole? I don't think so. Just to trade up for a player like him, I hope he turns out to be special.
Yeah. So Baltimore could use a pass rush. They could use secondary. They could use help on the O line. Looking at the available players, Kyle Hamilton. I don't think they'll take Tyler Linderbaum.
I'm sticking with McDuffie.
I think it's got to be Hamilton, Karlaftis, or McDuffie, right?
Yeah. Karlaftis would be an interesting choice.
Karlaftis for the Ravens?
Yeah.
Well, just with Karlaftis, it's like you can definitely develop. I could see. Well, I keep looking at the live board, which is messing me. I need to go by my board.
Baltimore takes. So wait, Baltimore took. You guys see what they picked?
No, I was fixing my phone.
They took Kyle Hamilton.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
They like their Notre Dame guys. He was productive.
Yeah.
You don't have to be afraid of that 40 time.
He's way faster on the field than he is in his 42.
I was gonna say, I think he is a true Williams. He's kind of a do-it-all. I just lost my train of thought. I'm doing too much. Marcus Williams, he can hit the run. He can play. He can go cover the slot. he can be your deep half safety. Kyle Hamilton shows the tools to be an elite center fielder. Everything else.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hear if you mentioned anything about his speed, Taylor.
I think he plays faster. I think he also is what type of player that once he starts I think his acceleration is maybe not bad, but he takes him a little bit to get to his top speed.
Yeah, I feel like as a downhill runner, he could be freight train, like coming in to hit players in the box or receivers coming across the middle. It's a Ravens pick.
Whoa. Hollywood Brown's been traded to the Cardinals.
That just happened?
Update.
You know, I did have my phone on Do Not Disturb because of other notifications. This was
I did not see that.
Let me look into it. But real quick back, I think his 40 time to kind of the general public kind of changes perception. He's a legit center fielder who he reads the play very well. And I'm not super worried about him going from 0 to 60. I'm more worried about once the play starts, he starts moving his feet, how quickly he can diagnose and get to the spot.
I'm really surprised to hear about the Hollywood Brown trade, to be honest.
There it is. The Ravens get the 23rd overall pick, and the Cardinals get Hollywood and the 100th overall pick.
Which means the Ravens are probably drafting another wide receiver with that. But what are the Cardinals? I mean, the Cardinals.
First Ravens fan I texted about that said, "Thank God."
I don't know. I mean, I guess you got him, DeAndre Hopkins, Rondell Moore. You got speed out there too with your sure hands and DeAndre Hopkins. I think AJ Green re-signed too, but I mean,
Hollywood Brown's better than.
Who do we think?
who they
not to jump.
Houston.
But who do you guys think Houston's taking?
It seems like these lower teams that have had 2 first-round picks have been hitting the marks pretty well so far with these picks. So,
Stingley first.
I'm going, Kenyon Green.
I like that pick, and I think you could be right.
I want George Karlaftis.
There is a lot of stuff happening in this draft on everything I'm following.
Yeah. I keep getting stuck. I'm trying to read all the news, and then I'm... Oh!
Yep.
Read it like
Kenyon Green, interior, outside, or he played every position we all know. But surefire, I think, game-changing offensive lineman. Now, what position he's going to play, that's up to them. But I think he can do it all.
So let's see. So the Texans, they traded back, got a good picks. They get offensive line to potentially help Davis Mills. What do I grade this pick?
I'm going to give it an A because I was really high on him, and I think it's a good spot for him to go as well at middle of the first.
I'm saying a B plus.
Yeah. I'll say a B.
I'm still processing the.
Watch Washington trade back again because they don't. That would have been a great pick for us too, Kenyon Green. That's losing Brandon Sheriff.
Oh, but you'll see what happened in a minute.
How come? Sometimes it's like I'm getting updates, and now you're getting.
Taylor, did you see what happened?
And making fools of themselves again.
No, I didn't.
I'm not getting anything. I'm getting. Nothing here.
Okay.
Watch the live feed of the draft.
I'm watching.
I'm on commercial.
See, it's still Kenyon Green for me. It's still Kenyon Green time for me on here. Oh man, I'm sweating now. Trevor's got me sweating. My palms are so sweaty. Treylon Burks. Because Kyle Hamilton's gone. Treylon Burks.
My feet of the draft just froze.
I swear to God, if they draft anything on that damn D line again, I'm done. No Karlaftis. I only want no Johnson.
Who do you want?
Treylon Burks. Says Kyle Hamilton's gone. Oh no, Trent McDuffie actually too. We could use another corner. You can't give it away like that.
I'm just literally just messing with you.
Oh, you fucking whore.
I don't even know who they have.
Wait, I'm in a commercial, so you guys got to be completely silent on this one this time for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna be glued to my little phone over here.
I think Treylon Burke would be a good pick. I like him.
Yeah, I really think it would too. I think him, Terry.
I hope you guys
Curtis.
don't pick Treylon Burke because I wouldn't mind the Eagles maybe snagging him. I don't think they will at this point, but
because you guys are 3 picks away, right? Yeah.
Treylon Burke could be a later first round, second round pick too.
The Cardinals, did you trade for Marquise Hollywood Brown? Tyler weren't happy because they were teammates.
I mean,
Oklahoma.
I mean, if Kyler Murray's, he was like, I'll sign here long term and not even request a trade if you guys give me Hollywood or more weapons. Sure, why not?
I think a first for him is a lot.
Yeah, I would say the Ravens. I mean, they're primed for another great pick. So the thing is, clearly they trust the rookie they drafted last year to turn the next gear this year. Yeah, Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, I am
Yeah,
shocked
that's
they got
good.
a first rounder.
They have nothing else after
and then-
Bateman, though.
Exactly. I mean, you got Mark Andrews, and you got the run game. If the run game could be up, pick is in. I'm actually gonna watch it live and not look at my computer either on the real feed. I'm gonna have to.
All right. The first pick of the Washington Commanders.
They're showing our notable losses, and they had Kyle Allen on there, the third string quarterback of the last 2 years. How is he a notable loss?
At some point, you just gotta throw a name out there.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the first 3 were good. It was like Ioannidis, Settle, and Strafe, but
Pick is in. Don't even announce it. Trevor, did you see the breaking news? The Titans are apparently trading AJ Brown to the Eagles.
What? You lie.
It just popped up. RJ, turn your mic off. Turn your mic on, RJ.
no way.
RJ.
Is that real? No, I muted it because I'm. Is
AJ
that
Brown
real?
to the Eagles? That's the report I just got was.
I can't tell because
I got his jersey hanging up right here.
yeah, but you wouldn't play with yourself like that. But man, you're
I have no. Did we trade our 18th pick?
That's
Hold
not
on,
enough.
I gotta watch this.
I need 3 first.
Is that what they traded? All right, let's see Washington.
I'll let RJ announce it because it's his team. Does he know we lost?
No, I hit the wrong button. If you guys got AJ Brown, I quit.
Did you see who Washington picked?
Not yet. They haven't announced it yet on my thing. It's being stupid.
I have no updates or anything for the Eagles. As far as I know, the Eagles are on the clock.
I'm going
Yeah.
I really don't know if they're going to go McDuffie or.
Taylor, you're right. Looks like the Eagles traded their first round pick for AJ Brown.
All right, Goodell's about to announce it now.
I'm not a good. I didn't announce it. You're some delay.
You're on big old delay there. All right, RJ, too long. The Washington Commanders drafted.
I'm surprised we picked them so early. Not mad about that.
All right, so with the 16th overall pick, draft Jahan Dotson out of Penn State.
See, I figured we'd go more size though. We don't have any tall wide receivers.
Trevor, you want my AJ Brown jersey?
No. We gave you guys the 18th and the 101st.
That's it?
Yep.
I need to find a new team.
I can't believe this is real right now.
That's
not the trade I expected to happen.
Me either, but that's a big steal, I think.
Yeah, for the
What's
Eagles.
going on down there in Tennessee, West Side?
Yeah, for the Eagles. Only a first and a 101st. What is that? Third round? This is a very eventful draft, people.
The Chargers already announced their guy, Zion Johnson.
Yeah, it's going quick. RJ, what did you think about Dotson?
I think it's a good pick. I like him. He's got really good catch radius. He's fast. He's got it all.
Yeah, when we
I thought he slipped back a little farther, but
yeah, me too. When we had our we had our wide receiver episode analysis. He was one of the receivers I liked in the draft. I think it was a good pick.
Yeah,
good
I'm
hands.
giving it an A.
Really good hands.
For need and, for all that, for where we got him. I think it was a good pick. Great pick. Satisfied. Not who I predicted, but so satisfied.
So the Chargers get Zion Johnson, guard out. I think that's a good pick for them.
Taylor.
What?
Go ahead, sorry.
Good pick for them because I think they're a little too finesse. And for their coach who likes to go for a fourth down so often, just get a power guard. Read the comments and Titans page real quick.
I can't believe AJ Brown's a fucking Eagle.
I know.
Literally every comment.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Hopefully he
on
just
the road to victory. Fly,
maybe those injuries will fucking linger.
How dare you?
Every comment is, what a trash franchise. What in the world is this?
For the Titans?
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought Debo's situation was bad. R.I.P.
Taylor, who do the Titans take?
I guess Traylon Burks, the A.J. Brown clone.
I was literally just thinking that.
So we literally just talked about, too, like, what's going on with A.J.? Rumors of him getting traded, and we're all like, nah, surefire, re-sign. And then, bam, on draft day, he's traded to not only the Philadelphia Eagles, but it happens to be your brother's favorite team, which is even crazier.
And I mean, you have to sign him.
Yeah.
Look at all these traitor faces. Titans war room. Can't believe they traded.
Yeah. As a Titans fan, I'd be pretty disappointed with because you only got one first, and then what's this? The third round pick, I guess, or for that fourth?
First or third. This is a great time to draft for a receiver like that because Jalen Hurts, if they must believe in Jalen Hurts if they're drafting for a receiver like that, and they don't owe any quarterbacks money.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Taylor, Titans picks in.
Man,
you want to wait?
Yeah, hang on, I got a bunch of text messages.
Yeah, I bet.
What did your number 2 Titans fan say to you?
That's like trash franchise.
I'm happy about that. I saw that it was a rumor a couple weeks ago, but you being a huge Titans fan and from what you heard, they were going to re-sign him.
And I mean,
But guess what? Eagles Titans play this year in Philly. We should go.
I'm down.
That'd be a great game.
He was by far the Titans he's one of the most efficient receivers since he got drafted. He's made so many game-winning plays for the Titans. The only thing I can think of is just this wide receiver market got all jacked up this year, and the Titans were just like, "We're not going to pay you," and he was just like, "Well, I'm not playing for you then."
Yeah. Do you think? Wow, the thought went completely from my head. I can't remember. I will say, you know who was in that draft class with AJ Green, who got picked, who the Eagles picked instead?
Yeah. No,
No, the Eagles picked.
Arthega.
Yes, Whiteside. So thank you, Harry Roseman, for fixing your mistakes.
Well, yeah, he's righted his wrong.
Yeah, so I'm rewatching.
I just don't see how the Titans, like, I literally just from this one trade, I don't be a playoff team anymore.
Yeah, I'm rewatching these Jahan Dotson highlights. I literally just watched them not that long ago. We were doing that wide receiver portion, and his confidence when he goes up is great. He use one hand if he has to. He can, really, obviously, you don't want that. He
reminds me of just while we're waiting for the Titans pick. Jahan Dotson reminds me of, and this is kind of a weird comparison. He reminds me of Jason Avant with yak ability.
I see that.
Who?
Definitely see that. Surefire hands, and then but he can Jason Avant.
Yeah. I like his hands a lot.
Jason Avant with yak.
Mm-hmm. I just wish we drafted somebody, like I said, somebody a little taller, but because Carson Wentz loved the tall boys.
I see he's on the board.
Carson Wentz has a little bit of trouble throwing the ball up, like having the trust. That was an issue he had with the Eagles. I liked it. It was a good pick. Good hands. Mm-hmm. Wentz doesn't always throw the most crisp spiral. So
guys on deep crossers. That's his favorite. Or all it was. This year.
Yeah, I could definitely see your Titans drafting Treylon Burks though. I feel like you guys almost have to right now.
So then you're trading a known commodity for
somebody that's done anything yet. Oh yeah, man, Dotson's hand.
We got someone asking if Curly Jefferson got drafted.
Yeah, it's him and Sloan Kenred.
Taylor, who do you think Titans are going to pick?
They have to go. I mean, sure, they have another pick at 26, 8 picks later.
Taylor,
I don't know. What?
The Eagles signed AJ Green 4 years, $100 million, $50 million guaranteed.
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown, sorry.
So 25 a year.
So you already signed him.
4 years, $100 million,
$157
million guaranteed.
It's worth $25 million a year.
Yeah.
Wow. That's all I gotta say.
Good compliment to our Quez Watkins and Devontae Smith.
It's literally thinking the same thing, man.
Yeah, because he can just run drags all
go
day.
To sleep.
AJ Brown can be what you guys use Jalen Rieger at, but he can take every catch to the house now.
Oh, Rieger's gone. He'll get traded.
I'm surprised the Titans.
Pick is in for the Titans.
All right, with the 18th pick, the terrible Tennessee Titans.
Yep. Select.
I like this pick.
Treylon Burks.
Treylon Burks out of Arkansas.
Taylor, you called that instant replacement for AJ Green.
Brown.
Yeah.
God. And that is the show. I'll see you later.
It's the colors. It's the colors.
I know, it's got to be.
That's worse than my Kirk Cousins hang.
Oh, don't deflect here, buddy. Don't deflect.
All right, well, Treylon Burks, he's 230, ran a 4.55.
Really wanted the Redskins to get him.
He's very similar. I had a different comp to him, but if you're looking for a player, here's the thing, right? This is why I'm upset. AJ Brown could do everything that Treylon Burks does, but he won. He proved he could do it against NFL defenders. But AJ Brown also, coming out of college, you were pretty confident in his ability to catch the ball. I know he occasionally has lapses in the NFL, and they usually are all. It's usually in a couple games a year. He looks like he's not paying attention, but he's made so many acrobatic catches deep. That one-hander against the Jags, that catch against the Chiefs this past season. Treylon Burks could just as easily. He could be AJ Brown, but he could also be Laviska Shenault.
Yeah. I like Treylon Burks. I wouldn't have been I wouldn't have been mad if the Eagles had kept the pick and picked him. I'm not mad about what they did though.
It's the friggin' curse. I bought his jersey and they trade him.
That is it. Stop buying jerseys.
Show everyone the AJ Green jersey. God,
What? Again? I didn't think he'd do it a fourth time.
that one was on purpose. I'm just a really funny guy.
I'm gonna go ahead and ship this to you, Trevor. All right?
I'll take it.
Be in the
Shit.
mail.
I'm not buying his jersey because we'll trade him.
Better not. You just paid him $100 million.
The only Eagle that has ever stayed on the Eagles after I got their jersey was Fletcher Cox.
So because
right,
of the names,
because of circumstances, I gave that pick an A+ because I feel like they had no other option.
yeah, I gave it an A. Yeah,
If I was Treylon Burks, I would start walking to the podium as soon as the trade was announced.
Yeah.
So now we got the Saints back up.
I'll give it an A.
I gave it an A
Because I like Treylon Burks.
So for some reason, this Jahan Dotson thing just suddenly started giving me Josh Doxson. Please don't turn out like Josh Doxson.
Literally every time I read his name, I think of him.
I thought about it yesterday too, because I remember when I texted you guys about him being in the second round.
Here's the thing. Before we go on, I like that Washington pick because who's in your locker room? Who's in the same position? Terry McLaurin. He's gonna make it. I feel like there's no way you draft a receiver who has that kind of talent. And I mean, I don't know. I just feel like you have an advantage with a player like Terry McLaurin, who's obviously a proven captain at such a young age, and with skill like that. Hopefully, you guys resign him.
Sean just texted me and was like, Titans basically said, we know AJ Brown's good, but we're not paying him, so we're going to draft a cheaper version.
I think that's what they did.
But back to your Commanders talk, I think Doxson is a good compliment to Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin is one of the best deep ball receivers, and it's not because he's a burner. It's not because he's huge. It's because he knows how to get open, and he's great at reading the trajectory of the ball, and he just gets his body
positioning
in the right spot.
Yep.
Dotson, while he is explosive, he's better than Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel is more of a gadget.
I think we can still use him to that role too. Exactly.
What happens now is Curtis Samuel can play his natural role. He can run reverses. He can just take the top off the defense almost as a decoy if needed. He can run those quick slants and drags. Dotson can legitimately get open underneath really quick, and he has those. The one thing you don't want with a player that runs short, you don't want questionable hands, because that leads to those tip pop-up interceptions. Dotson has great hands. If he doesn't get the ball, no one's going to because he's going to put his body in front of it.
Yep, and he ran a 4.43, which I couldn't be happy with.
He's explosive. He has a lot of burst. His first step is his best attribute.
I know this wide receiver draft class was pretty deep. I think he could turn out to be one of the top 3 receivers from this class.
I would love that, especially helping out Wentz any chance we, anything we can.
Mhm.
And then, like I said, he was in that one. I told you guys the other day. I had Kyle Hamilton first, but then him second. So he was still somebody I saw us getting and could see good things happening from. So I'm glad we got him. I didn't think it would be that early, but we did.
The Saints beat me to my prediction, but I hope you all trust me. Trevor Penning.
Yeah, I just saw that was announced.
Yep.
Yeah,
Same.
because they need to replace Teron Armstead.
Good pick.
Like I said, I really liked Penning. I just didn't like him as a top 15 player.
Yeah, I remember you talking about him.
I think it's good value.
It would be. So we got Pittsburgh Steelers, who need a quarterback. Kenny Pickett has been linked to them as well, being a big guy himself.
I got some inside information on the Steelers here.
What?
And then so Malik Willis, it would be the number 1 quarterback taken.
What's your insider info?
Refuses to tell.
You guys want to know?
Yeah.
Damn, Trevor, he looked like you for a second. Trevor Penning did.
Me?
When he smiled, when he got his hat, he kind of looked like
the
you.
Steelers.
I swear.
They drafted Kenny Pickett.
Ugh. I mean, I get it.
I said that over Malik first.
Kenny Two Gloves? No. You're better with Mitch Trubisky.
And they probably will go with Mitch for at least the year 1.
Well, I don't want to just jump over Trevor Penning. He's out of northern Iowa. He's 6'6", 330, very athletic, mean streak. Plays right to the end of the whistle. He's really fighting people out there. I think he'd be better off starting it because speed fell are going to give him. Thought he might be a better guard because he's very good on his downfield. Stepping side to side gives him problems. But I think this is a good value for him.
Agreed.
Don't you love it when your team trades a player you really like and then you just have to deal with that for the rest of your live stream?
Knock on wood. For Champ Bailey, but I wasn't really a super fan back then when they traded Champ Bailey to Tanner Moss trade.
I don't even want to hear it. Okay. LaShawn McCoy, Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin.
Yeah. You guys had a few. Like I said, we had never really had that happen.
All by the same guy.
Fortunately.
Someone just posted, this isn't an insider, it's just a Titans fan. The only thing that made me feel better is the Titans draft Malik Willis with the 26. AJ Brown is the player count for Traylon Burks. Hits way too hard right now.
It sounds like the Ravens, the Washington fans like that wide receiver, RJ.
Yeah. He I gotta sneeze again. This allergies are killing me. He's definitely as a fan myself, I'm definitely excited. I see why they all would be because I mean, a lot of, from what I've been following, a lot of us did wanted Kyle Hamilton to help fix that hole in the secondary, but it's just not the way it fell.
Yeah, you guys can't see the chat, right?
Not YouTube.
You guys should be able to follow if you look at the YouTube channel, but
I had looked earlier.
Brett said Ravens should trade 23rd pick for Debo.
Yeah, and then pay him.
I think it would take more than that. I mean, it would definitely take more than that because the way they've been talking about how they refuse to trade him. But
you think Debo's getting 30 mil, Taylor?
I think that's what he wants.
Is that what he said?
No, but
well, in that case,
this thing
steal with AJ Green.
You always want to be the next guy. AJ Brown as much as I love him and I think he's a friggin' beast, he just got $100 million 4 years. If you're Debo, you can literally be like, I just put the entire 49ers franchise on my back last year. Give me my money.
Fair enough. Who do we think Steelers are going here? Is my source correct?
I said Kenny Pickett from the jump. Give
I
myself
thought
a-
it would have been. I thought if I was the Steelers, it would have been Malik Willis, but
I would have gone Willis.
I initially thought he would be the first quarterback taken, but after Panthers didn't do anything, Seahawks didn't do anything. Pickett has that link to Pitt as well. I feel like it's tough. He played there in that stadium too. It'd be good for him.
Nobody knows. I hate the Eagles. They're right now my least favorite franchise.
yeah, and the Titans are my favorite. Man, this is a heartbroken Titans fan, people.
Yeah.
Just pure defeat.
The Ravens got more for Hollywood Brown.
They did get a higher first round.
Did they get what else did they get with it? Here comes the Steelers pick. They're talking about the miraculous catch. Typical Steelers fans.
Always
Is it called the miraculous catch?
All right, we got about the same. We got about the same value that the Ravens got, but still, we should have got more.
You should have gotten more. AJ Brown. Definitely better talent than Hollywood.
What if my feed just cut out? Get to the Steelers.
This guy's pure hype. There it is.
Kenny Pickett. Kenny Two Gloves out of Pitt. 6'3", 217, ran a 4.7. He's got a solid arm. Trust those glovers.
Yeah, I don't want to be the guy that talks about him wearing gloves. And I haven't seen any highlights of how he's played in poor weather games, mostly rain. But Pittsburgh doesn't have the best weather in those colder months. I mean, he played for Pitt, but we'll see. I don't think it's really going to be an issue, but I don't know. We'll see. It could be.
I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to end up running Najee Harris into the ground until they develop. I just don't think Kenny Pickett has much more room to get better. I don't think Pickett has much more room to get better.
I like his potential. I also have concerns. So,
guess it decided to not. Every screen went circular. I was like, what the heck?
I don't think Kenny Pickett. It's not even a good comp. I'm giving him too much credit. I don't even think he could become like a poor man's Matt Ryan.
he's more athletic than that.
I mean, yeah, but everyone's athletic these days, you know?
That's fair.
I don't know. I think with some development, he'll be all right.
And also, he didn't really do much until he popped off this year. What?
This is the best comment we've gotten so far. Kenny Pickett has smaller hands than the butler in Scary Movie 2.
Who said that?
Kevin.
That's funny. That's gold.
Yeah.
Pure gold.
The Patriots trade. The Chiefs traded up.
Ooh.
The Patriots gave
Yep,
up their
Chiefs did.
21st, and the Chiefs are giving the Patriots 29, 94, and 121.
Where
Any
are
wide
they
receivers
going?
left for the Chiefs to pick to trade up for?
There's still some, wide receivers. But
Sky Moore.
I don't know about first round.
I could see them taking Sky Moore.
So they're trading
Fast.
up. Trade up for Sky Moore though.
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, Green Bay could have taken Sky Moore. Baltimore just traded.
Jermaine Johnson. That's the pick.
They need some more pass rush.
They could use pass rush.
I'm
I
saying
mean, he's
Jermaine
technically
Johnson.
he's been the best available player on the board technically for a while.
I'm surprised he
it
hasn't
was
been picked
need.
yet.
I think need whenever for everybody else.
I don't think Jermaine Johnson makes it past Baltimore's pick. I could see Green Bay taking him too.
Yeah.
When's the first running back coming off the board?
I
think it will be Brees Hall here in the maybe the end of the first.
Yeah, maybe Bills.
Yeah, definitely gonna be Brees in my opinion.
He's the only one that you would even consider taking this early.
I just got an update on who the Chiefs picked. I was wrong.
On which end? Because you said a few players.
I said Sky Moore.
Yeah, no, it's not more.
But it says, yeah, that's not a bad pick. I wouldn't have went there if that is what it is.
Trevor breaks it.
Okay.
Trevor, what's your source?
Trent McDuffie.
McDuffie.
That was an option. I just thought Jermaine Johnson was a better value.
Yeah, I kind of forgot Trent McDuffie.
I did after Washington's pick. I completely forgot about him.
Yeah.
I know Trent McDuffie was ranked pretty high, but I don't really love him. I think he's I think he's a much better zone corner than he is a man corner.
I think the value at 21 was pretty good.
No, I think the value at 21 is definitely there. I don't think, looking at the board, they had to trade up so high to get a corner.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right, definitely think the Packers are taking Sky Moore.
Yeah, and don't forget, still got people like Nakobe Dean. So I might be grabbing him here soon.
Nakobe Dean,
Also, with Devin Lloyd too. Devin Lloyd's still on the board.
I completely forgot about Devin Lloyd.
The Eagles really screwed him by trading their pick.
Yeah, I wanted one of my hopeful options the Eagles were going to have was to draft one of three receivers, one of those top three receivers, and then Devin Lloyd.
Trent McDuffie, I'm giving this a B just because I think the trade was a little unnecessary.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's a good corner out of Washington. Washington's kind of became a little bit of DBU as of late. He's a little undersized, a little light. He makes good reads. He's a willing tackler. Like I said, he's a better zone corner than I think you have a straight-up man lockdown corner. I will admit, as we've gotten further in the draft season, I kind of do like his teammate Kyler Gordon a little bit better. However, I think Kyler Gordon's almost strictly a slot corner, but I think he could be a very good slot corner starting right away from his rookie season.
Yeah, I was just looking at him too on this one mock draft thing I was looking at. Yeah, him going to the Buccaneers in this one.
Yeah. Well, so I'll be honest. I started watching Kyler Gordon because everyone was comparing him early on. His comps were Antonio Cromartie, and he was labeled one of like the freaks of the draft. And then he gets measured out, and he's 5'11", like 195 pounds, and he only runs like a 4.5. But you watch him, and he has great instincts, great change of direction, short range explosion. So I like him.
Nope, that's a surprise pick.
For the Packers, did you already get it?
Yeah, if the source is right.
If you have a decent leak, I'm fine with you just dropping it because they're taking too long chit chatting.
Quay Walker.
Trey Walker.
Well, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, me either.
So here's the thing about Quay Walker out of Georgia.
Quay Walker.
I always thought he could sneak into the first round, and he is near a freak athlete at the linebacker position. He can play the run, he can cover, he can rush the passer. Kind of a jack of all trades. I'm just trying to think if you're the Packers, is that really a need right now? And
I feel like they could have gotten better value at 22.
well, because listen, they got Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith. They got who's the linebacker they just re-signed? The middle linebacker.
No, I didn't really know you were talking about. I don't think so.
Well,
He had an all-pro year, yeah.
Yeah,
This
he
year,
was.
yeah.
He was the first team All-Pro.
Was it Devondre something?
Yeah,
Devondre Campbell? Yeah.
They just signed him, and I guess if you take Quay Walker, you're hoping he's a third down linebacker who can also. He's like a more compact version of Dante Hightower. He can thump, he can cover, he can rush.
I feel like they had bigger needs.
Yeah, wide receiver.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think they'll go wide receiver later in the draft too. There's still some good guys left. Like you said, Sky Moore.
Looks
Someone
like we
else
have
isn't
another
taken.
trade.
Do we now? So Buffalo?
Quay Walker to the Packers.
You guys got you guys got the Cowboys going. We got them coming up here soon. Ooh.
Well, Buffalo just jumped Baltimore.
That's what I thought it was
mean,
Buffalo. Okay.
Buffalo jumped Dallas. Traded with Baltimore just to jump Dallas. So
So
Who could that be?
what did Baltimore get? Just the one? Yeah, just to jump the one pick.
well, the Ravens traded back. The Bills jumped just Dallas, so they probably gave them maybe a fourth or something.
Yeah, along with the pick, yeah. I mean with the first obviously.
Wait, according to my get the Bills' other pick, but it could have been wrong update.
Sass is gone. And he's back.
Yeah, I don't know why
Trevor,
I got
did
booted.
the Ravens just move back 2 spots?
Yeah, they had the 23rd pick, and then the
No,
Bills.
the 25th.
Now they're the 25th. They swapped with the Bills. I don't know what else they got. I'm assuming they maybe got a fourth or something like that.
All right, so if you're the Bills and you trade up, what do you need? There's no more interior O-line really worth taking. Linderbaum?
For the Bills?
Yeah.
Ooh. That's a good pick.
Jermaine Johnson?
No.
Devontae Wyatt.
I'm going to wait until RJ says.
I'm trying to find it. I had a guy's name over here. Was it Tyler Smith?
The Bills pick?
Yeah.
No, this is just a
That's
source.
not bad. I don't disagree with what you just said, though, RJ.
So who
As
do
a
you guys
guard.
both think?
Yeah.
No, I just think Tyler Smith as a guard. I could see that.
As a guard, interesting.
I
RJ,
still say Jermaine Johnson. In my opinion, if you're trading up, that's who you're trading for.
Defense.
Right now.
Yeah.
They
Even
drafted
though they-
defense.
Defense. Yeah, I mean, then Jermaine Johnson makes sense for sure because, I
Wrong
mean, at the same
position.
time, so they added they added
Did they trade for
Von Miller?
Did they trade up for Elam?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? It wasn't your corners that got.
It's true though.
I like him.
I do too, and they don't. They probably don't have to give it that much. I'm still giving it a B.
They must have thought the Cowboys were going to draft him.
You think Cowboys are going back to go defense again?
Or they thought the Ravens wanted him. It doesn't even say their picks in yet, so.
Yeah, it could be pure speculation at this point.
Someone literally, some draft guy was like, the Titans picking Treylon Burks. Treylon Burks is remarkable. Perfect replacement to AJ Brown. I'm just like, what are the chances that we What are the chances that we pulled a Vikings, traded Diggs, and got Justin Jefferson? It already happened. It's not going to happen again. You got to wait another 20 years for something like that to happen. I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Somebody said, "Oh yeah, George Karlaftis is still out there."
Yeah, I was at PFF. But I mean, I really don't. I really think the Bills would go more pass rush right now.
Yeah, I like the player. I don't know if I love it for the team. Who do we think the Cowboys are going to pick?
They might go Tyler Smith too. Not two, but was it maybe? I mean, because they really attacked the defense last year, like heavy in the draft, free agency as well. I think they're satisfied with what they have on defense. Obviously, you can always add more, but I mean, the O line's not what it used to be. Get some O line in there, help protect Dak.
Yeah, I mean, you still got you got Bernard Rayman out there.
Yeah, I like this Elam guy.
You got Linderbaum. They lost the Cowboys lost who's the guard they lost?
Zach Martin.
Zach Martin and their tackle. I'm drawing blanks on names right now.
Collins. He went over to.
They didn't lose Zach Martin. They lost Connor Williams.
Connor Williams is what it was.
Yeah.
But he said the center. I was thinking who their center was Zach Martin.
Sorry.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could definitely see Linderbaum. You can throw him a guard.
No, I don't like Linderbaum. I don't like Linderbaum at guard. He's too small.
Yeah, he's too small for guard.
He needs to pivot.
That's why I said Tyler Smith was my first one for the Cowboys too.
I can see that.
Yeah, he was the first one I said when you were away.
Let's see if the Bills are for sure taking Elam.
Yeah, I didn't realize how small Linderbaum was. What's his size?
He probably plays at 280-ish.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty small.
All right, with the 23rd
For a
pick
guard.
in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select
Elam. I mean, Elam would definitely not be a bad pick.
Kair, I always pronounce his name wrong. Kair Elam out of Florida.
He's a big corner.
6'1.5", 190
Yeah.
pounds, ran a 4.39.
I mean, that speed's
He's
there too.
Twitchy, physical.
Mhm.
He's. I don't know who he comps to. Here, Alexander.
It's a good comp.
You can see that.
I see that.
He
a
was
little
targeted 3 or fewer times in over half of his games his last year of Florida. Definitely a physical corner.
Yep.
But like you said, Taylor, is corner really the problem? Why they lost to the Chiefs?
I don't
bit.
think so.
And then
But I think secondary is always a position you
and
can add
then
to.
they're getting White back this year. They didn't have him like almost all of last year.
Tre'Davious White, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he became 5 points a couple years before that. He was
Yeah, he's a
up and
beast.
coming. Yeah.
Oh, wait,
And they had that one
the
rookie
Bills-
too, right? Number 24. What's his name?
The Bills did lose Levi Wallace.
Yeah, but they still have that one guy they drafted last year or 2 years ago.
I know you're talking about. I can't think of his name right now, though.
Yeah, he's a beast. He had a really clutch pick too. I think against the Ravens. I'm gonna look him up.
So the Cowboys are officially on the clock.
I'm gonna remember.
Yeah, I'm thinking
to find
offensive
it.
line
Watch.
here.
They have a
Tyler
depleted
Smith.
O-line. They are hurting at receiver, pending coming back from injury.
Oh.
They Eagles fans hype after trade. Yeah, no kidding.
I was just reading that.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think they could also use help on D-line.
Oh, Taron Johnson. They also have Dane. Oh no, Dane Jackson. I don't know if he did any good. But,
Let's see. If I were the boys,
Taron Johnson's the one that had that clutch pick his rookie year.
if I were the Cowboys.
Could the Cowboys follow up the Micah Parsons pick with Johnson?
Jermaine Johnson. They're in a good spot. There's a lot of talent still.
Devin
available.
Lloyd, maybe?
They've had just such bad luck with trying to get a traditional linebacker, though.
I mean, do they have bad luck or did they have good luck for a few years there?
I don't think they would go Devin Lloyd. I think they would go Jacoby Dean. How far is George Carlin?
I don't know. We were just
Ward-
saying that.
And then Jermaine Johnson too.
Jermaine Johnson and Devontae White were two of my favorite players in this draft. I'm
Yeah.
surprised. What sucks is I was like, the Titans aren't going to draft them because they don't have a need. And both of them are probably going to be available when the Titans come back on the clock. It's going to be a waste of talent.
See, I'm more excited for tomorrow's rounds.
It's a deep draft.
Well, yeah, we were saying.
You can get starters in the third, second round, maybe in the fourth round. Maybe not Pro Bowl players, but I mean contributors on your team right away.
That's
Most
why
definitely.
I like the Vikings trading back for 32 and 30.
It was not a bad move.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy the Eagles were able to do what they did today while still keeping their second and third round picks.
Yeah, and then same thing for Washington. They just added more picks into the deeper areas of the draft, and still got a starting wide receiver.
Yep.
Oh, must be nice to have a starting lineup.
We've always needed a legit 2 as well, and a quarterback. So now we got both.
So we're in the last quarter of the draft here. What has been your favorite pick so far?
Ooh, let me go back and look. 'Cause there's a
So
few good ones.
far, my favorite pick.
Honestly, I'm gonna combo the Giants picks.
Yeah. If that's allowed, going
Yeah.
Thibodeau and Evan Neal.
With what Taylor, because Taylor predicted that too. Like that was definitely. I think they killed the first round so far, but not the only ones. I mean, everybody's hit.
One that's probably not going to get talked about a lot. Zion Johnson to the Chargers. That's going to be very underrated, and I think it's going to pay dividends from week one.
Yeah. I thought they were possibly. Yeah, I think it was a good pick. Giants definitely had a good pick. I think the Kyle Hamilton pick for the Ravens was good, especially if they can stay healthy and keep the core they have.
Yeah, I'm glad he went to a team that I root for as well, for my second team, because I was trying to follow him since he didn't come to us. He's
All right,
still local.
flip side,
Being able to see him.
what's your least favorite pick so far?
Oh, definitely Kenny Pickett to Pittsburgh. Any quarterback in the first round, the worst one. And then Quay Walker of the Packers.
I don't even hate the Kenny Pickett pick, to be honest. I don't like Quay Walker to Green Bay.
Maybe even Chris Olave to the Saints.
I was going to say trading up for Chris Olave.
Yeah.
And then the Quay Walker picks are my least favorite.
And the only reason I said the Kenny.
At least Kenny Pickett. At least the Steelers have a need for a quarterback.
Yeah.
This isn't a diss.
Cowboys pick is in, and it is Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith, ding, ding, ding.
You just won a new car. I was going to say this isn't a diss to the player, but I didn't love Houston taking Kenyon Green.
So
I did.
For rumors about Kenyon Green playing tackle, so he's insurance, I guess.
I thought they could have. I thought they could have added to the defense.
So here's the thing with Tyler Smith. I don't think he'll ever play left tackle in the NFL, but he is absurdly strong. I mean, look at your highlights. The highlights they're playing right now. He just puts his hands on you, and you're done. You're at his mercy. I think he's a better suited guard.
Good anchor.
You know who's
Dak Prescott?
I don't say Ezekiel Elliott.
Ezekiel Elliott? Cowboys offense?
Is Ezekiel Elliott even going to start this year?
Well, this helps getting a power guard that.
Oh, I forgot you said move him to guard. I'm still thinking he's tackle. But Tony Pollard, yeah, he's
Tony Pollard has the burst, and you can see it so clearly on the field.
I thought they're going to switch over to him, and he's going to take over pretty quickly.
I mean, in all likelihood, Tony Pollard is going to take the reins, and Zeke is going to take more of a third down and power role. But Tyler Smith...
It's kind of what he did last year.
Yeah. Tyler Smith, he's going to have headaches. He's going to get some penalties. But the Eagles maybe forced their hand with drafting Jordan Davis, and they said we need someone that can push 360 pounds, and Tyler Smith might be the strongest player in the draft.
Yeah, I'll be honest, the AJ Green trade makes me like the Jordan Davis pick a lot more.
Are you doing it on purpose now?
Listen, it was a great trade, and the Jordan Davis pick looks great.
But who'd you get?
His name is AJ Green now.
He's dubbed now AJ Green.
He got paid, okay?
AJ Saxo Green.
Yeah, there you go.
Stupid.
All right, well.
I need a post-it note. AJ Brown.
All right, so Ravens
call him
are
Juan.
on the clock.
I think just call him Juan.
Okay, Tyler Linderbaum. They're now at pick 25. Is this where he goes?
His name was AJ Brown.
So the Ravens did lose their.
And And the guy they have
So
on the
I mean, I
roster
can see
right
it.
now,
It honestly,
He-
it seems
he
like it would
came
fit
in-
like a glove to beat Linderbaum.
and the guy the only center they have on the roster, like blocker in the world. He's not the best snapper in the world.
Who's that?
The Ravens' current center. I'm just
Do you
trying
guys
to
think they're going O-line?
Yeah, Linderbaum.
I mean, they have holes like Linderbaum, Jermaine Johnson. I would like Devontae Wyatt. I would take
They need more pass rush.
George Pickens.
Oh yeah, Pickens.
I would like Pickens. I wouldn't hate N'Kobe Dean here either. That way you can use Patrick Queen on the outside.
Any chance they?
Oh yeah, Bradley Bozeman. I can't remember his name. He's the one that they lost.
Any chance they look to replace Hollywood Brown, or still too early? Maybe later in the draft.
Well, that's where you said
yeah.
Pickens. Pickens
Oh, you
would
said
be
Pickens.
yeah, Pickens would be a great pick.
Georgia, right?
Uh-huh. But I swear, I mean, I can still see Linderbaum though, because Bradley Bozeman was a pretty big loss.
Well, his seed line helped regardless. I think this is still too early for Bernard Raymond.
Really?
What?
I said really?
I mean, in my opinion.
Devontae Wyatt's still out there. Karlaftis is still out there.
Jermaine Johnson.
Jermaine Johnson.
They could go to David.
Devin Lloyd.
Devin Lloyd. I could see the Patriots taking any of those players.
To me, Devin Lloyd just feels like a Patriots linebacker.
Yeah. I forgot Green Bay had 2 first-round picks. And I still don't like the Quay Walker pick.
Either. Oh, the Titans better nail this next pick. I'll never forget.
I was just same thing. I was writing it down ahead of time.
The thing is, the Titans, there's not really.
Oh, there it is.
Good update.
Y'all want to wait, or you want me to tell you what it possibly is?
No, you can speak your mind.
It don't matter.
Linderbaum.
Linderbaum.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. It's another one.
This is a. It just felt like a Ravens pick, and they traded back to where they were in a good value for him.
And there was a position need.
Look, he's an undersized center. I'm giving the pick A- just because I don't like centers, but
Yeah, I
He's-
give him an A.
I'll give it an A as well.
He pointed out how they
He's-
played their picks right, and they
he's-
were able to trade back.
he's 6'3", probably gonna play in the high 280s, maybe low 290s. He's a solid athlete. He's a former wrestler. He understands leverage. He knows what he needs to do to get the job done.
He's a good fit for the Ravens scheme, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're probably not going to ask him to run block head on. They're going to ask him to seal,
Pool out there.
pull out on some of those read options.
Mm-hmm. Be a good lead blocker for Lamar Jackson.
He's definitely. I mean, he's not like, but he's quick enough to get out on the edge.
Tyler Linderbaum's face when he was sitting on the couch was like, oh, God, I got drafted to Baltimore.
Going
I
to the
watched
hood, ma.
He's probably watching that documentary that just came out.
You mean the series?
Same thing. I mean, he's like the high. A lot of people say he's the highest graded center to come out, and like
Wait a minute.
what?
Who's next on the draft?
Titans.
Check again.
Oh shit! They traded. Dang it! I already wrote it down. I gotta stop doing that.
We trade Jeffrey Simmons now.
You traded with the Jets.
The Jets
The
trade.
Jets.
So the Jets want what?
The
3.
Jet.
3 first rounds now.
Taylor, now you guys have the 3rd pick in the 2nd round too.
I don't want that. I got needs to fill.
Jets are not playing around this year.
You guys should have probably gotten another 2nd out of that. Maybe you got their second round pick.
Trying to find someone to break this.
Remember, there's still a lot of meat in this draft.
John Robinson is just losing his friggin' mind.
There's a lot of meat in this draft. Couldn't have set up better myself, bull.
Stuffy bull right there, man. Can't breathe.
Yeah, I'm stuffed too. These darn pollinated airs getting to me.
Whew.
Yeah, this one Titans reporter
Ooh, that was a quick pick by the Jets.
this one Titans reporter just said no one else. I don't see enough people talking about how little the Titans just got for AJ Brown.
Yeah, I'm shocked it was just a 1st and a 3rd.
I get it. He was on the last year of his contract because he wasn't a first round pick. So
Not even like a 2nd next year.
Yeah. I think we could have got something else.
You guys just got 2 other picks though from the Jets.
I haven't been able to get an update on it. All right, well, I'll stuff my sorries in a sack. The Jets are on the clock. Let's look what they've got. They got Amon Gardner.
Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah, Jermaine Johnson would be a good pick for me.
Is that like that's Trevor?
Huh?
Like you got an update, or that's what you're thinking?
No, I just think Sala or Sala, whichever it is. Go defense again. I think Jermaine Johnson could have went a lot higher in this draft, and they could use his versatility.
I mean, you add him to the
Mm-hmm.
and the other guy they got.
Yeah, I like that.
The Jets might actually make a little rumble in the AFC West.
All right, so the Titans get
AFC.
35, 69, and then 163. But we also gave up our own 3rd round.
Oh yeah, you guys gave up 2 picks.
That
So
trade
you swap
sucks.
thirds.
It's a garbage trade. We moved back we've moved back from the 26th to the 3rd. We move up a little bit in the 3rd round pick, and then we get. I gotta look at the details again. We got hosed to you.
All right, who's Tampa Bay getting to help Tom Brady?
Wait, did they already announce the Jets pick?
Pick is in.
The Buccaneers.
Probably get a corner
Andrew
Maybe.
Booth.
or a running back.
No,
Oh, they did? Okay.
Andrew Booth is going to go to the Bucks.
Booth. He's the other corner, right?
Tampa Bay traded with the Jaguars.
Oh, man, I'm not writing down any of these team names so I know they're picking. Yeah, Jets got Jermaine Johnson. So
Oh, we
It's
got
a good pick.
right. Yeah, it's A+ for me.
Especially at the value where it's at. That's crazy. He slipped. That's gonna be a chip on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna take it into the league.
Yeah, they got Sauce Gardner.
Garrett Wilson, Jermaine Johnson.
Definitely had a good draft.
Yep. All the bad teams have had good. There's New York teams too.
Jaguars just added to their first round picks.
Mm-hmm.
Or did they have a first round pick already?
I'm not sure.
The Jags, they took Trayvon Walker.
No, I'm talking about
They just traded with Tampa Bay though.
for another first round pick.
Oh, you first round.
No, if they already had that second first round pick.
Oh yeah, they swapped. Tampa Bay has the first pick in the second round now. This draft has definitely gone the way I think we all thought, and no one had any idea in the mock drafts.
Literally.
Like a bunch, there's been multiple players that haven't been picked yet, and Jermaine Johnson. Like I saw a ton of mock drafts that have players that haven't been picked yet go in the top 20.
Man, I'm just looking at the
Yeah,
Jets.
I think
Amon-
Stingley was probably my biggest surprise that early.
I'm looking at the Jets. They got Amon Gardner. Then they get
Garrett Wilson.
Okay.
Yep.
The Jets have Amon Gardner, my number one corner. Garrett Wilson, my number one wide receiver. And Jermaine Johnson, who I said wasn't far behind Aiden Hutchinson.
Loaded. Great draft.
It was a great draft.
Oh God. That damn AJ Green again,
I hope I wake up tomorrow and a report comes out that the Eagles did trade for AJ Green.
And not AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
That would suck.
But then the picks were made.
All right, so wait, who's on the clock?
Jacksonville.
I literally scratched out
Devin Lloyd?
Buccaneers.
Jacksonville.
Got rid of Miles Jack.
I scratched out Buccaneers and I rewrote Buccaneers. Idiot. All right.
Well, I
so
had Tennessee there, then I had Buccaneers, and then I had Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, Wyatt or Devin Lloyd here. They slipped a little bit.
Do they add more pass rush?
Why not?
Oh, I feel like they would go O-line or something. Is there any O-lineman worth taking?
I mean, they got Cam Robinson back, right?
Yeah. And they added Brandon Scherf.
Yeah.
just because of the fact that they traded up, I'm trying to think of who would you want to trade up for.
Yeah,
George Pickens.
I would say Devin Lloyd or
My initial thought was to help out Trevor Lawrence.
And trading up.
I mean, their receiver situation isn't the best by any means.
I think Devin Lloyd's worth trading up for at this point. I mean, I think he's a steal at any of these last end of the first rounds.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you just go best available. Take him there.
But I mean,
I can see the Packers taking Pickens too.
Packers need to take a receiver.
Yeah.
So
They don't.
Karlaftis is still
scary.
on board. N'Kobe Dean.
I think Karlaftis might slip, or maybe end up on the Patriots if he doesn't actually slip to the second round. I can see him on the Patriots.
I can see
Chiefs could take Karlaftis too.
Yeah.
Shit, maybe even Cincy. Else. For sure.
Anyone could take Karlaftis.
Karlaftis? I thought you meant falafel. These picks are definitely taking forever. This is a long draft here. So
on this thing, it says
the Bucks got some
the
good
Packers, Patriots, and Kansas City's biggest needs are wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas City Juju. That was literally after losing Tyreek Hill. So take that how you will.
Wake up, knowing it's gonna be a good draft day. Go to bed knowing your team traded away AJ Brown.
I did not expect AJ Brown to get traded today, of all people.
I
It
kept
was
seeing
not at all what I was
I
thinking.
kept seeing reports, but then right away some Titans beat writer would be like, yeah, no way. And I also thought they would get more for him.
Yeah, I
Especially
thought for sure
yeah.
the Eagles were going to draft a receiver today. I did not think they were going to trade for one.
If the Eagles win the Super Bowl on the back of AJ Brown in the next 2 years, I'm quitting football.
Listen, I said it before. I'll say it again. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins. It's good little trio there. They also made. I don't know if you guys saw this, probably not, but they moved Whiteside to tight end.
Ooh, look, that'll save his career.
He's a good blocker.
What
If he just puts on more weight and they use him as a backup tight end as blocker, I'm fine with that. And then hopefully they trade Rager.
Before if he plays the tight end position, he can run routes better than most.
Are they going to move Rager to running back?
It'd probably be a good move.
Just let him do special teams. Maybe he doesn't need a punt return guy. That's what you get for being a bust.
No.
Was he fumble?
Don't designate him to do anything.
Nothing.
Designate him to the bench.
Listen, I'm a fan of football and of the Eagles. I can diss players. They're never going to hear it, and they make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Jalen Rager is not good. He needs a new change of scenery. Maybe he'll turn out to be a decent receiver somewhere else. It's just not going to be in Philadelphia.
Yeah, definitely. You guys have had really bad luck drafting first round wide receivers. So maybe that's why they ended up trading for one instead.
Yeah, I mean Devontae Smith was trying to change that. So
it's true though. He is the one shining gem. And Macklin and Deshaun Jackson, but they're way past.
It's not even first round picks that we draft. It's like it was really the two big stains of taking Rager over Justin Jefferson and taking
Whiteside over
DK Metcalf,
Terry McLaurin,
Terry McLaurin, AJ Brown.
Made up for that though by getting AJ Brown.
They did. I'm very happy with that.
See, Terry slipped into the third round. A lot of people missed out on him. I feel like the main reason why we drafted him is because to pair him up back up with Dwayne Haskins. Rest in peace.
Yeah. All right.
They're really taking their times.
I know, man. They really are. This is a 4-hour.
They're milking this out.
It's gonna be over 4 hours by the time it's done.
All right. Jacksonville Jaguars with the 27th pick and the 2022 NFL Draft. Select.
So I saw somebody highlight Jackson, or no, I saw the top 20 running backs or whatever it was. They had Etienne Jr. in the top 15 of running backs. I'm like, he hasn't even played yet. How's he a top 15 running back?
Devin Lloyd. Calls it like the seasons.
I don't love that.
That was a good prediction. Says.
I'll give him a B- for that one.
I give
him a B.
I give it an A- because they needed to replace Miles Jack.
Ooh, excuse me.
That is true.
Green Bay. Who are they picking?
George Pickens.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely leaning George Pickens for sure.
So yeah, Devin Lloyd.
Sky Moore.
Devin Lloyd for the Jags. He's got a big frame. He's lengthy. He can take on blocks. He can rush the passer. He can read the quarterback. He's not the most athletic linebacker in the world, but he brings a certain level of physicality to the second level of your defense.
I do like the way they do the draft for the players to come down the big tunnel, then have the hat sitting on the thing with the mirror, and then they kind of get a little snapshot there.
Yeah, like, yeah.
He definitely just broke Goodell's back like he's Batman.
Michael breakfast, your spirit or your body.
Oh, your body. I do like the pick though, Devin Lloyd. He can do multiple things well. And he's bigger compared to a lot of the linebackers nowadays.
Yeah, he straight up was so delayed, but he definitely like picked up Goodell. Goodell was not ready for that.
Definitely cracked some vertebrae.
That's what you get for saying don't tell Hightower's name like that all those years ago.
Hot tower.
Oh, excuse me.
Don't tell Hightower.
Strap to be on longer than I anticipated.
These highlights of Devin Lloyd just make me like him even more.
Oh no.
110 tackles, 8 sacks, 4 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 1 year.
22 tackles for a loss.
Beast. Good pick. Adding that with Trayvon Walker if he turns out to be a stud.
All right, I just don't see how there's any way the Packers don't go to George Pickens.
Yeah.
I bet you they good defense. Here, have this, Aaron Rodgers.
I'm sticking with Pickens because I can't believe they're to be that stupid.
I mean, the Packers have 2 seconds, but like I think if they wait, I think Pickens is off the board.
Do they need any help at O-line? Could they go Rayman here?
I just don't see how you don't take a wide receiver because if you look at the receivers that are available,
Could they go?
if you look at receivers that are,
Karlaftis is still available.
so for the receivers that are on the board still, you got probably the first 2 would be Pickens and Sky Moore.
That's what I said.
They're probably off the board by the next time that Green Bay picks. So then if you take them off the board, Green Bay is looking at best, Justin Ross,
David Bell,
Alec Pierce, and I don't think either of those guys I don't see those guys developing into like number ones.
Yeah, well, like I said, David Bell. There's Romeo Dobbs, whatever his name is.
Romeo Dobbs. I like Romeo Dobbs, but he's more of he reminds me more of like a Corey Davis.
What about John Mechie?
Again, I like John Mechie, but you need a number 1 if you're the Packers.
Yeah.
Let's see what Lamar Jackson just tweeted after Hollywood got traded.
Good riddance.
George Pickens is definitely the best bet, though, to be a true number 1.
Lamar Jackson.
I really don't think they're going receiver.
Oh, he just tweeted WTF. I mean, Hollywood Brown dropped like 8 of your touchdowns, so he cost you money.
That was his boy though, Big Truz.
Packers are selecting Devontae Wyatt.
Good player.
He's one of my favorite players in this entire draft. I just didn't know when his value would make sense for some teams. This is another thing where I like the player. I even like the value. If you're the Packers, how do you not go wide receiver?
Exactly, I don't get it. So you can see Pickens might go off the board in New England though. They can use him.
I don't think Pickens gets out first round.
So New England's pick is already in, and I got an update for it.
Who was it?
Cole Strange.
Oh.
Chattanooga?
Yes.
Of course, Belichick.
That. Oh. He can play center or guard. It's really good. But he's really good for a second round grade, I think. I'm giving this Devontae Wyatt an A plus, but in parentheses, I'm saying a D.
Is Strange like the biggest reach in the draft so far?
Probably.
No, trading AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Trading up for Olave.
Let's see, Cole Strange. I'm trying to see where he was like valued at in some of these draft boards.
We get it, Andrew Whitworth. You're a Super Bowl champion now. Announce the Packers pick.
Yeah, well, why does he do the Packers pick?
Yeah, this draft board has Cole Strange, 98 overall.
Yikes.
And I know the interior O-line depth isn't great. But Jamari Salyer is still on the board. You could have waited and taken Darian Kennard. And you also just traded away the Patriots traded away their one guard this year, so they created the need. I'll be very surprised. It's a Belichick thing. I mean, look when they took that one safety like 2 years ago.
Duggar?
Duggar, and I liked Duggar. I just didn't like him as a first-round pick.
Yep. That's what I said. Of course, Belichick.
All right, Devontae Wyatt. Gonna kill it in Green Bay. Play next to what's their defensive tackle? Kenny
Clark?
Kenny Clark.
Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary.
I'll give it an A minus because the value. Just I don't know what they were doing with the receiver position.
Aaron Rodgers just took like 13 shots of whiskey.
The only thing that can make it better is that they use their 2 second-round picks on to the best available receivers.
Yeah, I mean, there's receivers to be had.
Maybe they're going to sign Odell Beckham. Maybe that's in the works.
You did say that in our free agency review, but coming off the ACL injury.
I think Devontae Wyatt, like, he's gonna kill it on the Packers. He can't get pushed around, but what was it? I'm sorry, I forgot it. Kenny Clark. You got Kenny Clark eating up double teams. He can go inside out, outside in. He can shoot gaps. I think this is a very smart fit for him, but Packers still need wide receivers.
Off topic, but are we surprised that it looks like Kenny Pickett is going to be the only quarterback drafted, and he was drafted so late?
I'm not that surprised. After how we saw the draft going.
Pre-draft, though.
Yeah, I mean, I did think Malik Willis was most likely to be the number 1 quarterback. But when he didn't go to the teams, I thought he would draft a quarterback.
Panthers or Falcons.
Yeah, it was Pickett with Pittsburgh made sense.
I was real
worried
there for a second. I was real worried there for a second when there was a report that the Eagles like Kenny Pickett.
How do you go from Eagles might trade it for Kenny Pickett to Eagles trade for AJ Brown?
I knew something like that was coming.
YouTubers,
it's terrible.
Hating on the Titans. Where's the jersey?
On the floor. And you know,
big name just came off the board.
wait, for the Chiefs, I think the Patriots taking Cole Strange.
I have the inside info.
You know, like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I was going to go to AJ Brown's autograph signing.
Good
It's
thing
a good thing you didn't.
Well, he could have sold it too. He's like, fuck it here.
Excuse me. You guys want to know who the Chiefs picked?
Sure. Wait,
Yeah, we'll have to keep
George Karlaftis.
Karlaftis.
I mean, we knew he wasn't going to fall out of the first, right?
Said he might,
Yeah.
depending on where he goes.
And Jermaine Johnson, probably off the board. David Ajabo still there.
Yeah, I think David Ajabo will go tomorrow.
I really like him.
We got left so Cincy.
You guys like George Karlaftis to the Chiefs?
I think it's a good spot.
Yeah. For him.
He's definitely going to take a little bit of time to develop. Oh, excuse me. But I think he fits what the Chiefs' defensive coordinator, Spagnuolo. I think he's the type of build for defensive end that he likes. Karlaftis, in a way, does remind me of Justin Tuck some.
Yeah, he needs to get that. Go for just power rushes and stop trying to be a finesse guy. He's not that fast.
Yeah.
He's not fast enough to be doing those spin moves. Every time I watch this film, he just spin. He literally like stayed in one spot the entire time. But when he gets that good bull rush or this good, he can get some rips or whatever else he has to do.
Man, they're really milking
Master
out this draft.
Because I can't believe the Patriots picked. They're like, "Are you sure this is what you want to do? You're positive?"
You know, every year there's like one of those picks, and it's been the Raiders like the last 3 years.
Oh, he's from Tennessee. Is it Tennessee, Chattanooga? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a separate.
So is that pick officially announced?
Well, it's on the website.
Bless you.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm fucking sick or got allergies now at this point.
Yep, Cole Strange. I mean, let's see.
None of them even know who he is.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, not at all. Yeah.
6'4", 300 pounds. He is a guard, but he can play center. So he's versatile for the interior O-line. He feels a need for the Patriots. You want to say, if it was anyone but Belichick, you go, oh, wow, they really reached for a need. But I'm giving this.
As soon as I saw the name Cole Strange in the Patriots, not shocked.
Yeah, but like, what other picks do they have? Like, they couldn't have got him later on. So you really think he would have?
The Patriots have their next pick is 22nd pick in the second round.
They could have got him in the second round, probably.
The only thing I'm thinking about is just there was a little bit of a run on the interior O-line.
Yeah, it's true.
My thing is, though, I like Jamari Sawyer a little better out of Georgia.
What about that big? I don't know. I'm just tight end. I'm saying somebody else.
Chiefs go George Karlaftis.
Yep.
Bengals have their pick. Any predictions for the defending AFC champions?
At this point, I really don't know.
Um,
Maybe a rusher, edge rusher.
let's see. Who's
They have?
available?
Yeah. I don't know.
The position the Bengals
Booth.
the position the Bengals drafted rhymes with cornerback.
It's not Andrew Booth.
No.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Kyler Gordon?
Oh, yeah, it was the other corner we talked about. He said rhymes with cornerback, not is a corner.
Nope.
What rhymes with cornerback?
It is
Schmorderback?
quarterback.
I was about to say quarterback. Nuh-uh.
No, I'm just kidding. Corner.
Okay, you said it's not Andrew Booth and it's not Kyler Gordon.
Mm-mm.
Who else is it?
Is it Dax Hill?
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding.
He's a safety, okay?
Well, they also need to replace what's his name? Eli Apple.
Is it Dax Hill,
They-
Trevor?
they resigned him. but-
Daxton Hill, yeah.
Yeah, Daxton Hill. He's basically a hybrid DB out of Michigan. Can play the slot. Isn't afraid to engage in contact. Very rangy. He's better when you give him a direct task. So man up this guy. Go blitz this edge. I do think I would have rather than gone Andrew Booth, but I don't hate this pick.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people had him mocked to them too. I want to see if this is really the right pick.
Minnesota, any way they're picking quarterback?
For sure, this is where you do it. You sneak in that fifth-year option.
Malik Willis, maybe,
What
for
to say,
Minnesota?
yeah. I really liked somebody like Desmond Ritter or, one of the later quarterbacks going there in a late, a third round.
Who's the
What?
Vikings' new coach?
O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell, right?
And he was where he come
Offensive
from?
coordinator
For
for I can't remember now. Whatever this. I got it in my notes, so that's a good thing.
oh.
So yeah, Kevin O'Connell was the offensive coordinator for the Rams.
All right, so if you're
They
the
just won a Super Bowl.
Vikings, so the Vikings have this pick, then it's the Buccaneers, then it's the Vikings again. What's available? They could use N'Kobe Dean. They could use Andrew Booth. But no one seems to like Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, the fact that
He still extended him.
they have that 34th pick and it's Tampa Bay makes me think they're not going to draft a quarterback.
But if you draft a quarterback, if you want a quarterback, this is where you do it, so you get the fifth year.
Yeah, like you say that 5th-year option.
That's true.
It
I
could be in a
forgot about
first-round
that.
pick. What if some crazy Sam Howell action gets going?
I was just about to say that.
That'd be awesome. Because then you know more too that they're willing to give Kirk the time, but then also like if you can't do it, we're gonna go to this young guy over here who could be a plug and play guy.
Vikings fans would hate it, but I
Not a
think it's-
quarterback.
Is it Andrew Booth?
No.
Really?
This is the other corner.
No.
Is it N'Kobe Dean?
No.
Is it offense or defense?
Defense.
Had to be. David Ajabu.
No.
Drake Jackson.
No.
Is it front seven or DBs?
DBs.
Lewis Kine.
Yes. From Georgia. Georgia.
So Pickens did not go in the first round.
I don't like that pick. That's what they pick.
So we got a lot of talent on the board for tomorrow. Woo-hoo-hoo. Who's the first running back? Kenneth Walker or Brees Hall? I'm saying Brees.
The longer Brees Hall stays on the board, the more it's going to hurt Kenneth Walker.
Who do we think Tampa Bay's picking with the first pick tomorrow?
They could be taking one of those pass rushers that didn't go today.
Could they be taking Tom Brady's successor?
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be Trask.
Ouch.
Arians saw enough of him already.
All right, Bengals pick is officially in.
Jackson Hill.
No,
Yeah.
sorry, Dax Hill. Dax Hill.
I'm giving him a B plus. What'd you give him?
B minus.
Yeah, I give him a B plus.
If the Vikings do take Lewis Sign out of Georgia,
It was a good addition to the Bengals defense.
I don't see how that Packers fan was just there dancing in joy when your team drafted like that. But whatever.
who my team draft.
Needed somebody Aaron Rodgers to throw to.
All these people in Las Vegas partying hard and having a great time, forgetting this East Coast struggle.
yeah, for real. All right, Minnesota, get your pick announced so we can go to bed.
Where is it?
Kurt Warner with a goatee.
Excuse me. Barstool retweeted the video from the Titans when the AJ Brown trade got announced, and Mike Vrabel got up from the table, walked away, and was shaking his head.
What happened?
When they announced AJ Brown was traded, Mike Vrabel got up from the table and bless you, and walked away and was shaking his head.
Eesh.
Thank you.
He didn't know about it?
Or it's like he was reluctant to do it at the very least.
I mean, he knows how good he is. He knows what player he has lost. You have to wonder if Jalen Rager is on the block now.
I don't know if it's a wonder or if it's a no for sure.
Whoops, I just lost that tweet. I can't believe Titans traded away AJ Brown.
I was just reading stuff about how good AJ Brown is.
I'm so not looking forward to having to see him twice a year now.
I'm just
It's
looking at
not
these
even
tweets.
like
Best
AJ
receiver the
Brown.
Eagles have had in a long time.
AJ Brown is 24 years old, and he has 2,000-yard seasons on a super run-heavy team with Ryan Tannehill throwing him the ball.
Definitely shows the Eagles have faith in Jalen Hurts, I think, getting him that weapon that's polished and ready.
I mean,
Ryan Tannehill didn't even do anything tonight, and I'm irrationally pissed off at him and his stupid contract. Someone tweeted a picture of Odell Beckham crying and said Derrick Henry when he has to catch 100 checkdowns from Ryan Tannehill.
oh jeez.
That's funny.
All right, that's the pick, huh?
Here it is, the last pick of the draft.
Man, I still wish we would have went with Kyle Hamilton with the 11th.
Lewis Kine out of Georgia. I get it as a C minus. This is my lowest grade of the draft. I just don't like this pick. All right, do you guys want to do real quick like best remaining players?
Sure.
We end the day.
Whatever you guys want to do.
So in my opinion, with what's left on the board, I think Andrew Booth at corner is a great value going into the second round. I've said his name several times. George Pickens could be a steal. And then a few other players I really like.
Still got Rayman up there.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of him.
Jacoby Dean.
Kyler Gordon I like. Drake Jackson I like. Did we say Sky Moore?
No.
Sky Moore, yes, Sky Moore.
Sky Moore, Travis Jones.
I was gonna say Travis Jones is nice. Arnold Ekitibiki.
Epiketti,
there you
go. Jalen, it's Baylor's safety.
Jalen Petrie, whatever it is.
Petrie, yeah. I would have liked him over the guy the Vikings took for sure.
Yeah, well, Christian Watson.
David Ajobo.
Boye Mafe.
Boye Mafe is a good one.
So there's still a lot in this draft. I think Malik Willis has a good chance of going tomorrow.
Tomorrow
Yeah.
we're starting Tampa, Minnesota, Tennessee.
Sky Moore, or not Sky Moore. Brees Hall, of course, we said that. Kenneth Walker, also second round picks tomorrow for sure. Easy second round picks.
Definitely more quarterbacks getting drafted.
Perry on
tomorrow.
Winfrey. Keep going. Bernard. Bernhard.
Bernhard.
Losing.
He's not gonna get drafted because of you two.
I'll be at the draft on my phone the entire time.
No, I'm
Doesn't it start early
chilling.
tomorrow? Earlier? Not as early as like the last rounds, but it still starts earlier than 8 o'clock, I think.
Mm.
I don't have the start time.
I'm about to look it up right now.
All right. Anything else y'all want to talk about?
No,
Nope. I thought it was a very exciting draft.
very exciting.
Hard to predict things.
Yep.
Lots of trades happen. Lots of non-draft. A lot of players drafted.
I would say it was very eventful draft.
Players traded.
Yeah. Yeah. Very.
we were right about the trades.
interesting. A few surprises. A lot of trades. A lot of receivers getting moved around. Futures made and dreams crushed. But that does it for our little live show. This is No Interference's first live episode. Just finished breaking down the 2022 first round NFL draft. We will probably end up doing a review of the entire draft once we have time to dive in, dig through it, and diagnose everything. But that does it. Thanks for taking the time to tune in and drop a few of the comments for us to go through on the message board. So, adios.
See you later.
Adios.